or Sunday evening, wherever you are in the world. It is Sierra Sunday on Mel Loves Games too, and today I am proud to present King's Quest 1 with Eating Way. If I want to know anything about Sierra, if I want to know about a certain producer, if I want to know about the game, if I want to play the game and I want to know what to do, Sierra, anything Sierra related, I ask Edenwaith. Edenwaith knows a lot. He's been playing the game for 20 some years, 30 some years. He has been playing it. He plays it at least six, seven, eight, maybe times a year.
No.
No? Not quite. Okay. Well, he's been playing it a lot. Anyway, he plays a lot of these Sierra games. King's Quest 1, 2, 3, all the way to 8, but I don't think you played 8 for a while, right?
Just a couple of years ago.
Okay, so what brings you back to King's Quest? Why do you love King's Quest series so much?
Because Fallout sucks.
And now that started my stream. No, seriously, why?
Because Diablo sucks as well.
Yeah, it's not true. He plays Diablo. Do not let him lie to you, people. All right. Why?
Why not?
Why not? There's his answer. Why? Why not? All right.
Well, a lot of it you have, especially games you think about, you enjoy going back. You played as a kid, and probably the first, or if one of the first games I probably ever played was probably the original King's Quest back in 1985 on a Tandy 1000 SX. And that was kind of interesting seeing that version. So it's a little different from the one that other people might have played because it was like this earlier version of the adventure game interpreter, or it might have been something slightly different because I think they also had a adventure game system as well, which they called. And and it was kind of interesting watching some of those interesting games. So if you can find like an Apple II version of King's Quest, you kind of see more of what I saw with the original King's Quest, where you go into a screen and you see things getting slowly drawn, and which sometimes could give you a hint. There's like a screen where there's a rock that's placed, and you can do something with the rock, and so it gives you a hint that, oh, there was something to be done there. And instead of messages appearing on top of the screen, the messages would scroll from the bottom of the screen where you would type in the parser.
Okay. Okay, so that's his reasons why he likes to play King's Quest, and so I last night I was trying to debate what should I do for Sierra Sunday, and we decided to take on King's Quest. Now here's how it's gonna go down. Edenwaith is gonna be my hands and control. I'm going to be playing the game, and I'm going to tell him what to do. We've already got a a rule that if I am really lost, he can jump in and say, "Hey, you're lost," and do something else. But he is going to he is going to be the guy, to be our control guide, and I am going to sit back and tell us how to play King's Quest. Now, we talked about what we want to do first, and we decided we are going to start with the credits. And I'm going to give you the mic to Edenwaith, who's going to talk about some of the people who made the game, because none knows this iconic game has brought a lot of controversy, and also there are great developers and producers of this game.
Just 2 days. So 2 days ago, there was we watched a stream hosted by the Space Quest historian, and so watch some of these names we have, like Josh Mandel as the producer. We have Ken Allen, who did the compositions. We have William D. Skirvin for the art, and I have a little something to say about some of these people. So during the Space Quest historians playthrough a couple days ago, this was done sort of as a charity to help out Stephen Alexander of Infamous Quests, who has had some health problems for a long time, and so they're trying to raise money. And the Space Quest historian has talked about he loves the sci-fi and things like that. He loves Space Quest, but he's just never gotten into fantasy, talking about Lord of the Rings or King's Quest or anything like that. So he's just never really played the King's Quest games. But as part of this effort and this charity event, he actually went through and played a couple of the King's Quest games, which was kind of interesting to watch someone who was experienced with certain Sierra games, but had really not played these King's Quest games. And one thing that was kind of neat is that we had Josh Mandel and Ken Allen were also on the stream, and were able to sometimes add little tidbits and things during their time at Sierra. So that was kind of neat. The thing about William Skirvin, where I recognized that name, is that he had a part in Quest for Glory 2, I believe. And some of the names in Quest for Glory 2 were kind of based off of other names, and not everything was necessarily happy in the old Sierra Game Factory in 1990. Such as the Land of Regier is an anagram of Sierra. And then there was other characters like Ed Advis, which is, his name was kind of based off of Bill Davis. And then there was even a character named Ali Skirva, who was based off of William Skirvin's name.
Cool. Okay, so like I said, we're going to get a rundown, and we are going to start the game. And it's been a long time since I played King's Quest, so
It's been about a couple days for me.
For him, it was a couple days ago. Actually, I watched him just trying out some version behind me, so I know, like, in this last hour. So, all right, let's get started with King's Quest 1 on Sierra Sundays. Yes! All right. Just a cutscene?
Yep.
Do you want me to read? You are King's Graham. You were King's Graham. King Edward, but not Ruler Daventry has summoned you to the castle. Can you slow those down or no? All right, I got the super read. Castle greetings, Sir Graham. The king is expecting you. Allow me to escort you to the Majesty's throne room. Graham, thank you, sir.
You need to get the Micro Machine guy.
Raise the portcullis. All right, we're going in. And this is King Edward?
King Edward the Benevolent. So
King Edward the Benevolent. I am at your service, my king.
So if you
I am an old man, Sir King Graham, or Sir Graham, perhaps too old to carry the weight of this crown. Hang on just a second. My bones ache, my hands trouble, and I'm afraid my time on earth grows short. But enough about me. No, okay. Great misfortune has befallen Daventry since the loss, years ago, of 3 magical treasures. I have chosen you, the finest knight in all of Daventry, to search for these lost treasures.
I don't like these bum guards.
Only then can this kingdom be restored to its former glory, and only then may I rest with the knowledge that my people are safe. The first treasure is a magic mirror that foretells the future. Think about that one, huh? The second is a magical shield that protects the bearer from all mortal harm. The third and last is an enchanted chest that is forever filled with gold. I know that what I ask is difficult, nay, perhaps impossible. The dangers are many. But you are brave and pure of heart, and that's why I have told you you're going to volunteer. That's why I chose you.
Mandatory volunteer.
Mandatory volunteer. Thank you, Dietz, for the host. I really appreciate it very much. All right, go, Sir Graham, and know the fate of Daventry lies in your hands.
No pressure.
Take heart, my king, I shall not fail you.
So in some of the King's Quest games, and also in the VGA remake of this game, which was done by anonymous game developers, Interactive, Josh Mandel did the voice for King Graham.
But he didn't. This one, he did the artwork.
No, he was the producer.
Okay, so he didn't produce
It was William Skirvin who was the art director for this. So what we're playing here is the 1990 SCI update of this game, and there's been a number of updates to this game, and I even came across a site that shows like all the different versions and remakes of this game. So it initially came out in about 1983, 1984, published by IBM for the IBM PC Junior, and then, well, that machine didn't sell so great, but then the Tandy line of computers were coming out, and so Sierra found a lot more success, and that's where I kind of know a lot more about Sierra. It was starting about the mid-'80s with all their Quest games, and when this game first came out, it definitely was an extreme advancement over what was previously available in games, early Sierra games like The Wizard and the Princess or Mystery House. I mean, those looked pretty amazing at the time because it wasn't just a text game. You had you actually had graphics, but things didn't really move. It looked more like a slideshow. But here with the original King's Quest, you had this guy. You could actually move around, and you could actually move in front and back of things. And you had, depending on your version, up to 16 colors, which was quite amazing. And I recently played an Apple II emulated version of this game. It was kind of interesting. You could either toggle between just monochrome color, such as a lovely shade of neon green, or you could actually play with the colors, and even the color dithering is kind of interesting to look at.
Okay.
Let's start.
All right, we're going to get started. Hey, Cherry Pie, how are you? Thank you so much for joining, and thanks for saying hey. And how's everything going today? All right, we are going to, so just begin the game?
Yep.
All right, so that's kind of interesting. To me, the concept of the game, that, the arrow keys, that the game had, a button for credits. It had a button for the introduction, and it's really loud. So we're going to get that loudness turned down. He's going to talk to the guards. These don't, hey, slower down. Slower roll. This is not a speed run.
Oh, they changed the controls on what's duck and jump in this game.
Oh, there's a duck and there's a jump.
Because actually, when I was playing a little bit of the original King's Quest, and so when you find the gnome, he has a lean-to, and they spell it lean-to with a hyphen. And if you try, and when I was trying to type it, look at lean-to, I noticed Graham would keep ducking. I'm like, wait, what's going on? And so it was the minus key was the hotkey to duck in that game. So, duck.
Jumpo, sorry. You have to lean in towards the mic if you want.
Jump.
Jump. Okay, we got duck. We got jump. You want to talk to the guards, and I can read the commentary. So I know he knows what to do, but it's going to be me. These stone-faced guards must have trained not to converse with anybody. They ignore you, Sir Graham.
No, they're just pissed because we were the one that was chosen to go save Daventry. So, well, fine. He's too upset. Look what you jerks did. Screw you, Daventry.
And so it begins. We just
so here we got a nice moat monster with some nice little hat and everything now. In the original game, it was alligators.
It was alligators in the original game.
The moat monsters appreciate your good taste.
They do. Then we have to restart because we didn't restore.
Fortunately, we hadn't gone very far.
Okay. All right. So we're going to do this. So moving the boom so much all the time, we're just going to kind of lean this way. I'll be looking. I'm definitely looking at the stream.
Yeah. So
check
this
me
is
out.
one of the SCI games, and so you had a mouse, and you can maybe use it to look at stuff if you right-clicked on things, depending on the game, or you could use it to sort of move around. But in the late 80s, early 90s, not all computers had mice yet. Certainly not in the PC world. The computer I had growing up had joysticks, but never had a mouse.
Okay. Joysticks never had a mouse. That's true. That was a lot of games. You were really excited about, about having a game that actually had mouse control. It's there's legs. Yeah. Okay. We're just messing with the keyboard. Okay. All right. So let us go
Reflection.
west. So we're looking for the magic mirror. We're looking for the shield, and we're looking for a chest of gold that continues to just redo itself. Okay. Hey.
There we go.
And we're doing it on a Sunday. All right. Look at the pots. These beautiful urns adorn the front of the castle. Now, why was that so important to look at the pots?
Because we can.
Can we look at the sea creature in the water? Look, the creature. These scaly, slimy serpents cruise the moat, searching for unwary trespassers or people who jump on in. All right. Well, can you look at your reflection in the water? Look at how they made it. There's a reflection in the water. You can see your reflection in the dirty moat water.
One thing that's certainly an improvement with the SEI version is that they can respond a lot more to what they have, and they probably have an increased vocabulary in this game versus the AGI games only had a limited amount of sort of words and phrases that they could understand.
Okay. Well, we could have been looking at that plant then, too, right? Okay. So let's look. When in doubt, coming into Adventure Gamers, we look. You're in a shady forest clearing. A large rock rests in the middle of the clearing. Let me press enter. Okay, look trees. There's the dense grove of trees here. Okay. Look, bird. Is that a bird? The birds of Daventry are beautiful, are they not? I love the detail. All right, look, rock. You see nothing special, Sir Graham. So is that like move it along? Now, can you actually type north and it'll go north or east? Okay, please try to find another word. So you got to use the mouse control. Move rock. It'll be very difficult to move the rock from here. Okay. Kick rock. Pee on the rock. Find another word. All right, kick rock. The rock is much harder than your foot. You'd injure yourself. Well, that's a good point, isn't it? All right, so we start to save. This might be getting serious if he starts to save. Yeah, okay. Well, you can have the mouse. I don't have much slack. Here you go. All right. Uh-oh. That's why he saved. He moved the rock. He stood in a certain spot. I was behind it. The moving rock rolls downward and right into you. A crushing defeat.
If you play the Sega Master version of this game, the rock rolls up the hill.
How does a rock roll up the hill?
Sega.
That's
or something.
not possible. Okay. Is there something supposed to be useful about this rock besides killing yourself and giving yourself a hernia? There is. There's a hole. There's a hole. Revealing, with a small shove, you manage to push the rock a few feet, revealing a shallow hole underneath.
So when I was talking about the version I had first played, when you come onto the screen, you'd see things slowly get drawn, so you get the trees and stuff like that. And you see the hole appear before the rock would get drawn over it. So that was one of those things that says, oh, here's a hint of there might be something interesting here. Plus, some things were a little more obvious because it was just like, here's a rock, big rock, sitting in the middle of the screen. Here it looks a little more natural. 2 weeks ago, we played both the AGI and SEI versions of Mixed Up Mother Goose. And I remember when Sierra was advertising some of these SEI remakes of both the Mixed Up Mother Goose and King's Quest One. It was really neat to see the improvement over the original ones, which definitely looked a lot cruder, versus this updated version with a higher res graphics. And so I think it was twice the resolution, and then you even have some of the things like you have the dithering, so these sort of simulated shadows that they can emulate with having the higher resolution. So especially if you look at the shadowing of the trees on the ground, it's actually a mix of colors, but it kind of gives it sort of a darker appearance. But some of the screens definitely, like when we see the dragon, that looked massively improved over the original version.
Cool. So when did they release this version of King's Quest?
1990.
In 1990. But when would the original King's Quest come out? 1987?
1983 or
83.
84.
Wow.
So it depends. I mean, you see, especially with the IBM version, that there's some copyrights that say 1983, but generally it's referred to as like the 1984 version.
Okay.
But if you have like one of the various collectors, generally the version that we'll see is generally, it'll say copyright 1987, because it was updated with some slightly improved graphics. It's using an updated AGI engine. So just a moment.
He's going to go pull his box.
So if you hold that up, so this is like one of the various covers. So this is there were several other versions. There was the IBM one, which was just like all gray and had a knight swinging a sword on the front. The one I remember my friend Dan had was one of the dark colored boxes that had like some jewels and a crown on it. So it was different from this version. And if you zoom that in a little closer to the camera, it even says like improved EGA graphics and things like that with this particular version. So this is the version that we generally will see more often.
Nice. Cool.
Okay. Now we got a hole.
All right. So now we have a hole in the ground. And so my thought is to look in the hole.
In the Sega version, you can die by falling in the hole.
You can die by falling in the hole. Can you die by falling in the hole here?
I don't think so. But
Okay, there's an intricately carved dagger in the hole. Oh, well, you know what we want to do. We want to get that dagger.
we need to use this to protect ourselves and kill innocent goats.
You reach into the hole and grasp the dagger, being careful not to cut yourself. That's very important, people. If you're going to grab a dagger, don't cut yourself. Okay.
So he actually goes into it.
Oh, he steps inside the hole. He doesn't die. But in other versions, he died falling in the hole. Okay. Oops. Okay. Fine. Go west. Go west, young men. Go west. West. You want to go north? Oh, that was north? What was that? Okay.
West.
Okay, west. West is good. Let's look. Look at the area, please. There's a serene mountain lake with a small beach of pebbles on its edge. Okay. Can I pick up a pebble?
Sure, let's try.
Get pebbles. Well, pebbles. See, that's why I have him. You are not close enough to pebbles to get them. Okay. Now, can we get a pebble? And they have 3, right? You could just...
Yeah, because this is one of the SEI, you can either do F3 to repeat, or you can hit the space bar, and that also works to repeat.
Okay, F3 or space bar.
So
Got it.
when they redid this game, it was pretty much kind of a one-to-one remake for the most part. It was, updated graphics, updated audio, but the gameplay in itself was really not updated much. About the only real differences is we picked up some pebbles here, and in the AGI version, the pebbles are in a different location. And there's a scene within a mountain that was definitely done differently. But aside from that, there's really not a whole lot that's different between these different remakes. And even when the anonymous game developers redid the VGA version of this, it was, once again, they based it definitely a lot off of these types of graphics, just updated with the mouse interface and the VGA colors, and they really didn't change the gameplay too much there as well. And one thing I've been really digging into lately is how these AGI games were created, and been kind of looking at trying to reverse engineer them, and kind of be kind of a fun activity to try to hack into the original game, be able to update things or modify things. And there's the basic principle of this game is fairly simple. It's like, okay, go get the 3 treasures, and that's pretty much it. But there's a lot of other kind of little other interesting potential behind this game that'd be kind of interesting if things could have been updated and modified enough. So if you play the VGA remake of King's Quest 2, they took sort of the simple story of find 3 keys to get to open up the door to go find the quartz tower, and they took a lot of these kind of very simple ideas and really fleshed out a very intricate and wonderful story.
Okay. All right. So what I noticed, like while he was talking, is I just noticed the reflection of the water, and I think that's something is to be noted. I mean, because at that time, you've just never had that. I mean, now it's a given when you play an adventure game, or you play an RPG, that you're going to get maybe a reflection, and this water is just very, very lovely done. The purple trees is kind of interesting in the background. I don't know if they were like messing with the palette and they decided that that get some color in there, or maybe that's what Roberta Williams wanted. Who knows? We're not going to go a lot into Roberta Williams because I don't know a lot. He knows quite a bit, but we're sort of focused more on just the game itself and the mechanics. All right, so can I talk to the fish, grab the fish, do something with the jumping fish? Try something else. Okay, go fish. Now that would have been a perfect opportunity to have done something. Go Fish was around then. Looks like all the fish are currently under the water. Okay, so the guy that's jumped, this is red herring.
Oh, yeah. It's good. No, I mean, there's definitely a lot of nice little extras. You got some birds, you got some fish. In the very original AGI version, some of the sounds were a little different, and even there would be like this little kind of funny bleeps. You go beep beep bleep, bleep, and it's like, what is this beeping noise? And they were supposed to be birds chirping.
Birds chirping, beeping noise, and birds chirping. Well, this was 1983. So, this is 90 though. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue west. We had a theory that people who are right-handed, like moi, go left, and people who are left-handed go right. So and you see, that's kind of, my mind went to the west. All right, so what about that thing that's shiny in the water there? Is that
Ripples?
is that just ripples? Is that what it is? Look, ripples. Is that a word? That look, lake. Let's just look at the lake. Serene mountain lake. Okay. And you can drown?
In certain places, yes.
Okay.
So you need to be careful. If it looks like it's a raging river, hence the name of the raging river, or sometimes it's called river pools, depending on the source material, you can die there. Okay,
so the River of Fools, or anything deep, and we will probably kill. He's not even king. He's
Sir Graham.
He's Sir Graham. So he's the knight. He's the Knigget. Okay. Enfang means begin. Okay. Can we look at? Is there something else here, or is this just a screen to get us to the next area?
This one is just a screen. One thing that was even after I played this many times, it's not the most memorable map to try to navigate around. Sometimes you'd be one screen like, okay, I'm at the woodcutter's house. Okay, where's the witch? And sometimes you just have to kind of wander around until you find stuff. And versus some of the other games, I think it was a lot easier to kind of remember where things were located and how the map is constructed. But things, and we'll see with this one, but I replayed the VGA version just a couple of days ago, And there definitely are some nice scenes. Like there's a scene where there's a well, but if you're like south of screen, you actually see a miniature version. So there's definitely some nice improvements.
Interesting. Okay, good. Let's continue west. Because if that's the whole land on this map,
Yeah.
we are huge. All right. Oh, okay. Look at the stump. Or is it? Was it considered a stump? Is it a tree?
Well, which one?
Look
we have
at-
us fallen,
okay. Oh, we got a
fallen
stump
log and
and
a stump.
tree. We got a stump and a tree. All right. Let's look in the stump.
Okay.
GSR, how you doing, buddy? You're in for a treat. We got Edenwaith here. He is driving, and I'm just kind of
Bum,
controlling.
bum, bum.
Inside the rotting stump, you notice a small leather pouch. Get pouch. As you lift the pouch from the stump, you feel its contents shifting inside. It's alive. Can we die here? Then notice there's no sound here in any of these parts of the game. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not that we turn it down, you can't hear the sound, but it's that there is no sound.
Yeah.
5 pebbles. So we didn't, so when I asked for the pebbles earlier, I was kind of like jumping it.
Okay.
Oh. Hold on. Okay, how about this? The room's no longer an emote.
What?
I had it set to emote only. Sorry about that, guys. Streaming 101. Cautiously, you open. Cherry Pie's probably like, what is going on here? Cautiously, you open the pouch and see many sparkling and flashing diamonds. Yes! Quickly, you close it again so as not to lose any. That's like free booty for us because we only have to find the chest with the gold in it.
Yeah.
Yay. All right.
For such a poor land, people are very careless with their treasures around here.
So for a poor land, thank you very much for the 10 biddies. I really appreciate it, GSR. Thank you so very much. I wonder if that's why I saw these people come in and it was like, I don't know if anyone thinks that the chat's working. It's working now. All right. That is Alice Cooper. That is Feed My Frankenstein. That's an oldie. And I was supposed to have an image that is a little Frankenstein that walks, and it's not working. I don't know. I'm going to try to see if BE has any time to help me with that, because he's usually really good about helping people with that kind of stuff. All right. A small, pleasant waterfall pours into the crystal lake. You only know 18 by Alice. And School's Out, which is definitely overplayed. It didn't seem very affable. But did you ever see Wayne's World, GSR? Because that's where I never heard of Feed My Frankenstein until, I love it, he's doing it, until I saw Wayne's World. And so you should check it out. All right, this is a peaceful little lake fed by a nearby waterfall. Yeah, well, 20 years ago, the song's still out there. He plays it in concert all the time.
And now we've gone full circuit.
Okay, wait a minute. We started west, and now we've gone to the east?
Yeah, it's a circular world, so you can just keep revolving around.
Okay.
If you keep going west, you're going to end up back where you started.
Got it.
North, you're going to end up.
And there's nothing here. These are all, okay, thank you so much, GSR.
These are boring screens.
These are boring screens. Let's get some exciting ones. Let's go to the north. Well, can we go? We have to walk through the water and go through the north? Are we going to die? The water's getting kind of high here. Okay. All right. Look. You are standing in a clearing. The view of the forest is most pleasant here.
Till a wolf comes by and eats it.
Until a wolf comes by and eats it.
Ah!
Okay, what is this thing? What is this
Fairy
thing?
wolf.
It's not a wolf. It's not a fairy wolf. It's a fairy. Gentle Sir Graham, I am your fairy godmother. I didn't know I had a fairy godmother. Cool.
You do now.
All right. All right. I do now. I can't believe I had that on emote chat. I have this new little stream deck, and I can press buttons for things. I'm still setting it up. And one of the things I obviously must have pressed was add emote, and so it's just been doing emote for that's awesome. Okay, so you're the fairy godmother. You walking away? I pressed the button. So your quest is indeed noble. What little aid I can offer you is a protected magic spell, effective but a little while. You're going to give me the spell? And off she goes. All right. Thank you for giving us the spell. I'll be watching over you, Sir Graham. Stalk much? Okay. It's your turn. Take it over.
You want to go?
Let's go north. North it is.
You have to make that.
I have to make what?
Oh, okay, there it goes.
Now, I have this magic thing. Like, I'm surrounded by like fairy dust.
Yeah.
And how long will I... Oh, it's only a little while, right?
Yeah.
All right, look, butterfly. I always notice, like, those kind of things. I notice the butterflies. I notice the trees. This is a charming little yellow butterfly. You can catch the butterfly. Catching the butterfly will not get you any closer to your goal, and it might, in fact, hurt the butterfly. All right, look, grass. A patch of clover catches your attention. Okay, look, tree. Is a tree important? I don't know. There's a bush. Lovely trees. Lovely fruit trees have blossomed early this year. Pick fruit. Graham, please find another word. Okay, so no picking the fruit. Got it. All right, how about we go up and look at the bush? Can we do that? A small, ordinary bush flourishes in the shade of the trees. Okay, what? Is there anything else here? Do you look clover? An unusual clover glistens in the middle of the patch. Get clover? It's not quite within reach, Graham.
Let's make some honey.
Get clover. Okay, we have 8. Can we look at the clover? You are holding a large 4-leaf clover. Yes, that's lucky.
Seen before.
I got it. I'm looking over the 4. Yeah, okay. A rough-hewn plank bridge spans the deep rushing river here. Okay, you said not to go in the river, but we're going in the river because it's a death. Oh, there's a troll. As you start to cross the bridge, a huge hulking troll stomps into view and blocks your way. Can you talk to the troll? You can. Well, what we got here is failure to communicate. Now, you think you're gonna cross my bridge, don't you? Not for free, you ain't. Nobody's friendly in this place. Okay, press enter. Okay.
Oh, we got a dagger, right?
Kill troll. The troll is bigger than you, stronger than you, and much, much meaner than you. Better not even try it. Okay, that's probably good advice.
Okay, I guess we're not going to be able to keep going in this particular area.
Okay, so north is off the menu, guys.
Right now.
Okay, so did you want to save? No, how about the new autosave? New save. Okay, go ahead. Press type whatever you want. This is your world. Whatever you want. That's awesome.
Now we're...
Okay, let's see. Look river first. The rocks are worn smooth from countless years of swiftly flowing water. Is that rock right there by the bridge anything useful? Is there a little like, okay?
So in the original
Why
version,
didn't we kill ourselves?
Oh, we certainly do that.
Here, I built up the suspense. I told the fans we were going to kill
We
ourselves.
hate Graham.
Okay, no, we're fighting the troll. That's not what I meant. Oh, no. Although you try to swim, the current is too strong. The raging current pulls you under, never to be found again. And obviously, well, you can just restore whatever you want, right?
You have to use the mouse. The keyboard doesn't work on this.
Got it. Whatever you want. Got it. So what if you try to fight the troll?
I already tried to do that.
You said, oh, kill the troll. Right. Bigger and meaner. So if you type fight the troll is bigger and meaner. Okay. All right. So not going past the trolls. Sorry. All right. So let's go
Let's
west.
Throw dagger at troll.
You throw the dagger. Go ahead. You throw the dagger, and the troll deftly snatches it out of the air. What are you going to do now? We're
so
screwed.
we're just gonna,
We might as well kill ours. All right, we're screwed. We officially threw the dagger. We lost the dagger. Select whatever you want. Okay, so I guess go west. And now let's look at, just look. The river flows swiftly between the steep banks. Okay, so it's just another like dumb screen that has no real, you don't know. Okay, look rock. I mean, is there something, I mean, is it all just going to be about looking rocks? Okay, all right.
Yeah, in the AGI version, you would have had like Pebbles probably in the screen, so they would have been something.
Are we just going to do, what's that thing? What is that? Let's look. This is a charming little wooded area of the forest. Pine trees and lush green grass grow in especially rich soil here. Now, do you have to get closer to do this thing? Is that a pine cone?
No. Say, look round.
Oh, look around. From what you can see of it, it looks like a colorful bowl of some sort. Oh, it's a bowl. Okay.
Notice it mentioned that the soil was very rich around here.
Okay, so we want to scoop up some soil in the bowl?
No, just keep in mind.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
So, get dirt. You won't be needing that. Get soil. You won't be needing that. Inscribed on the inside of the empty ceramic bowl is the word fill. So why can't I fill the bowl with dirt? Your astonishment, something begins to bubble up from the bottom of the bowl. Within a few moments, the bowl is filled with hot, savory stew. All from dirt?
No, just by saying fill.
Oh! The large ceramic bowl is now filled with savory beef stew.
So,
Nice.
eat stew. We're
You
hungry.
eat every bit of the delicious stew.
We had 23 points. Now we have 21.
Oh no! Did you see that? Did you save? Oh, you
Fill.
fill it. Okay, fill.
It's magical.
Okay, it's magic. Don't ask me how it works, guys. It just does. And now we have 23 of 158 points instead of 21 of 158 points. Okay, so we've got this. We still have this magic thing around us still. We have a 4-leaf clover, we have a dagger, we have pebbles, we have a pouch, and the ceramic bowl filled with stew. Okay. Can we go west? Why am I going west? Maybe we should have gone north. I don't know. We're lost in the woods. Oh, look at the squirrel. There's no squirrel here. I saw a squirrel. All right, come in, look at the ground. The walnut tree surrounded by several pine trees. Can we look at the ground? Those are ground like nuts or something, right?
Yeah.
These are some of the largest, plumpest walnuts you have ever seen. get walnuts. You choose a big, meaty looking walnut from the bunch scattered around. You are holding an ordinary walnut. Okay. Now can we look at the squirrel? Wait, no. Yeah, look now. Squirrel. The squirrel seems hesitant about climbing its favorite walnut tree with you standing around. Yeah, so let's not be standing around then, right?
Yeah, he's going to chase us.
Oh, look at him chasing us. He's very aggressive. Ooh, dark and creepy all in once. We went from happy and squirrels like Disney to, to this. All right, and you can't even stop and look. Oh.
What do we have here?
Well, first of all, shall we look, and then shall we save? You are near a little gingerbread house in the forest clearing. FYI, people, if you're ever walking in the woods and you suddenly find a house that looks like this, you should always save your game, A. But B, you know it could be a bad thing, right? It could be a bad thing. Look at the house. Well, this is the most marvelous house you've ever seen, so what could ever go wrong? It seems like it's made out of huge gingerbread cupcake with frostings for a roof. The chimney is made of gummy bricks, the door and fence are made of candy canes, and the sour stones and gumdrops are scattered around the yard. Can we look at the gingerbread? Okay, Sir Graham, can we look at the gingerbread? You see nothing special. Isn't that gingerbread, people? Nothing special. How about the candy canes? Can we look at the candy canes? The path to the gingerbread house is lined with the biggest, most tempting candy canes you have ever seen. Do we really want to go here right now?
Okay, we got some protection. That's good.
As good as it looks, you're a little bit suspicious about where all that candy came from. You bet. Eat house. The gingerbread house with the frosting looks tempting. And you fast forwarded through it, so I couldn't eat it. It's even better than it looks.
And got 2 points for it.
We got 2 points for eating the house. I can't believe it. Open the door. Knock. Well, yeah, we don't just usually go on in, do we? There's no answer. Open the door. Ooh. She's not in there.
Good.
Look. In contrast to its delightful exterior, the inside of the gingerbread house looks dark and ominous, just kind of like the forest we just went through. Look at the pot. The pot is hot enough to burn your hand. The fire must have been burning for a long time. Look at the spook coming out of the fire. Oh, it's a smoke. Did you see that? Nah, you're imagining things. What could go wrong? All right, let's look at the cabinet. The cabinet on the wall is rather plain and simple. Open cabinet. So we're just going to go help ourselves. Let's look inside cabinet. Sitting on the shelf is a delicious piece of Swiss cheese. Can we take the cheese? You take the cheese from the cabinet. All right. Close the door. We wouldn't want her to know that we were in there messing around. All right. Can we look at the note on the table?
Yeah, it was interesting watching this. Basically, the historian is trying to get in.
You best be careful, young Graham. You might hurt yourself. I don't know what it said. Get note. You grab the note. All right. Read note. There's a message written in the note. Sometimes it's wise to think backwards. Can we open the door? Open the table, or does it look like a drawer? Open drawer. Please try something else. Can we sleep in the bed? You would want to sleep on a witch's bed. How do you know it's a witch? I mean, you're taking a lot of supposition that this might be a witch.
It's a witch's bed. Just trust the narrator.
Oh, and the door slammed behind us. All right. Well, so we found the witch's house. Gotcha. I could have done that if you had told me. Okay. Good. Did we gain? Do you want to look at the cheese? This is an extremely fragrant piece of Swiss cheese.
It's kind of odd.
We didn't even look at the walnut. Oh, so you can do it without being in your inventory. That is so cool. You are holding an ordinary walnut, not wallet, walnut. Okay, so it's just ordinary. Okay, so we probably want to go no. Ouch, it would be much easier if you open the walnut first. Even I knew that. Okay, so let me go west. So
Bye, kids.
Bye, kids, for now. Oh, look at the birds. Now we want to look at those birds. The mother bird is feeding her young in the nest high above you. So, can we climb the tree?
Not a bad idea.
Hey, Cherry Pie. Now that you can type to me.
There's nothing up there that you'll need.
There's nothing up there we'll need. Okay.
Because we don't need to steal any bird eggs in this game.
Oh.
Or do we?
I don't know. Only you know the answer to that. Is this yet another death scene coming up?
If you want to jump in the river.
Ah. Well, isn't this the end of the road here? There's nowhere to go at this point.
Pretty much.
So if you keep going west, you're going to go back around, right?
So
Well, there we go. We started with the troll. Okay. Okay. Officially. Well, can we go back and can we go north?
Yep.
Now, should we be looking at every tree, every stone, every grass?
Depends. I'd say generally, when you get to a new screen, look around, and it will hopefully give you some hint if there's something interesting that you should inspect.
Doing the happy dance. Yeah, it was good that GSR told me that. It's like, oh, okay, who are you? As you start to cross the bridge, a huge hulking troll stomps into view and blocks your way. So now we got the troll again?
Yep. Oh, pushes you.
He's pushing us. We pushed the troll? You cannot do that from there. Can you push the troll now? You push the troll as hard as you can. Unfortunately, the troll doesn't budge an inch. Not an inch. Alright, so no troll, not going that way. Can we try to cross this bridge, now we have a troll?
This one we can actually cross.
Great.
So this one we're okay.
So now we got these 3 trees. Is this significant? Should we look around?
You're thinking Zelda.
There's a beautiful pine tree by a clear blue lake.
That's what we were talking about, but anyway.
How about
Okay.
look, river? Is that the same river? Is that the raging river?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Large rocks jutting out. Can you search trees? No. Okay, so that pretty much is. So go north. Although you cannot go through the trees, you must go around the trees. Oh, okay. So is that the end of the screen? Oh no. Ooh, pretty. Look at all these pretty. Look. Let's look. A small, pleasant waterfall pours into a crystal clear lake. Lake. Beautiful little lake. Is that something pink? Is that just part of a plant there? You see, nothing special, Sir Graham. That's what I used to call him,
Nothing.
King. All right, so nothing here, just lots of these kind of screens. And now Josh Mendel would have done this?
He was the producer. There's he also in some games he's helped with would do like silly phrases and stuff, and I think Josh Mandel also helped out with Hero U near the end. I think he probably helped doing some silly descriptions and stuff like that. And of what a little bit of Hero U we played, there's definitely lots of puns and silliness.
Ah,
So where do you want to go now?
nice. Let's go east.
Okay, this is that big loop we've already done before, because if we go west a few more, see there's that stump.
Oh, we're back to the stump. Did we ever check in the hole in the tree?
The hole in the, yeah.
And that's where we found.
No, it was in the stump. That's where the pouch was.
It's in the stump. But what about this hole right behind?
Hurry, I just told you. I looked in there. There's nothing in there.
Just to fool you. Another Easter egg. No, I'm sorry, another red herring. Okay, let's go north. Oh, okay. We don't have. Okay, so let's look. Let's look at the goat. Someone built a small goat pen here. All right, so let's open the pen. Should we save before? Does the goat kill us?
No.
Okay. Sorry. Can we pet the goat? Can we talk to the goat? We should close the gate. That's a good idea, folks. If you're coming up to it, close the gate. Silly. Goats can't talk. He's going so fast. Okay, pet the goat. You can try, but be careful. Is it a magic goat? You can try, but be careful. Okay, how about kick the goat? Not that I endorse animal cruelty in any form. A gallant knight such as yourself would never attack an innocent goat.
I don't know about that.
Can we catch the goat? You wouldn't get very far carrying the goat. Perhaps you can get him to follow you if you'd like to take him somewhere. Hint, hint. All right, yes. Okay, anything else? Anything else to do with the goat right now?
Not right now.
All right, open the gate. Let's get on out. Make sure you close the gate behind
Good
us.
idea. Otherwise, it leaves.
Oh, we save the game and let's watch the goat leave.
Well, I think it's like if you exit the screen and then come back and then the goat's gone.
Okay, so that can happen. Now, what happens if the goat is gone? Is the game screwed and you have to start over again?
No. I mean, you have your option of what the goat's used for. So you have alternatives. But it's the thing that makes this game kind of interesting is that there were a lot of different ways to solve problems in this game. So you weren't completely stuck. There are definitely ways you could come to a dead end in certain areas, but it does a pretty decent job. And there's multiple solutions in the game, but there's generally a best solution which will give you the greatest amount of points. One thing I enjoyed about the 2015 King's Quest game was it did play a little bit off that, especially in the first chapter where there was a lot of different kind of approaches and solutions to some of the problems in the games.
Okay. All right, so we're going to leave the goat alone because we do not have what we need for the goat. Now, can we from here try to go north?
Sure. There's only something to tempt the goat with.
We don't have anything. We have walnuts. Do you want to give him a nut?
I could try. I don't know if the goats like walnuts, but
Okay, so open the gate.
I'll pull them down.
Oh, open. Well, okay, tell you what. Open the gate and give that goat a walnut. Yes, close. Make sure we close the gate. We must be careful about closing the gate. All right, give the walnut to the goat. No, show the walnut to the goat. Okay, so walnuts are not going to be what the goat wants. But in order to do anything with the goat, we always have to open the gate and close the gate. It's not quite within reach. Okay, shall we close the gate? Okay, awesome. Was there anything else? Jerry Pie said, Mel, you wanted to kick the goat. You
There's
know
worse.
I did.
There's worse.
All right, look.
Zombie goat.
A large cave is at the edge of this meadow. Look, cave. You vaguely see the outline of a cave entrance.
It's kind of
Okay,
hard to see in
Are
this
we
version.
ready to go into a dark place where we have no light?
Whoa. See, that's kind of hard.
Oh, interesting. They set it up so that you can see. A large boulder is blocking what may be an entrance to this cave. So we have to find yet another thing to blow up the boulder.
You're still thinking Zelda. You don't have bombs in this game.
No bombs. Sorry, guys. It's too much Zelda playing for me. Okay. All right. Large boulder blocking what may be another entrance to this cave. Are we ready to go down into this cave?
No, you can't.
So basically, you walk down here, you're blocked by the boulder.
Correct.
Okay, all right.
You
Let's
need
start
like
out.
3 snails or something.
Let's
to
go
push
west.
out of the way.
Go around the tree over here and go east, I guess. East. And notice we can go the speed. Why did you slow it down?
I didn't speed it up actually.
Okay, so it's the opposite. So if it's 1 through 5, it's faster. 16 and I'm slowest. Okay. So we want to go slow.
Forest.
Okay, look. This is a pretty little alpine lake. There's a cool breeze here, and the lake shimmers softly in the quiet mountain air. La, 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 la. And that's ripples.
Yeah.
Is there something in that lake besides the fish?
Killer fish.
Can we try to grab that fish?
You can.
Yes, you can or no?
No.
Yes. You won't be needing the fish on your quest.
Any fish.
Ever. Any fish. So stop
Not
looking.
this one.
So stop messing with the fish.
Maybe another game. Maybe probably fish bone. Maybe a gigantic fish. Whatever.
Don't mess with the fish. Okay, ooh, we found a gate.
That's a door to the mountain.
Oh, it's a door. Look, door. Does that have like a keypad on it? A huge wooden door has been built into the base of the steep mountain. You notice a large keyhole in the door, but we don't have a key because, as most adventure games, we don't have a key. It's a gold lock. Somewhere there's a key that fits this lock. I bet the witch has it. All right, look through the keyhole. There. Open the door. You know, obviously. I mean, I don't know this game very well, but I knew that we didn't have a key.
Yeah.
All right, let's look around. Curiously, a large door has been built into the steep mountainside. Did you wanted to try that? You've never done that before, or you
No,
have
I was trying
and
to
you
see
knew?
if I could look through the keyhole.
Got
It
ya.
wasn't letting me do that.
Got you. See, that's the other thing. He tries all kinds of different things. He didn't try last time. He tries over and over, or different ways of trying it. Okay, so if we go north, can we go north from here?
Well, it doesn't look like you can go north.
It has a grand possibility.
Like I said, the world's circular. That unless you get to a point where
Oh, we're back to the walnut tree.
so unless you get to a
Okay.
place where
Go down.
you actually are blocked by something.
Go east.
So like in case like, oh well, there's a river in the way, so you can't go that direction or something.
Got you.
But most of this you can go pretty much around and around.
Okay, so look. Clear mountain lake, low and rocky banks surrounding it. Got it. Okay. How about Look Lake? On this side of the lake, there are banks. Okay, we got it. Banks and rocky. Okay, nothing about the birds.
Birds are just
Okay,
all these birds are just for
go east.
decoration. The all these little birds and stuff like that. So.
Okay, is this important? The clear mountain lake is surrounded by steep cliffs. Look, cliffs. They steep. Treacherous cliffs surround a picturesque mountain lake. All right. We let him keep walking. Yeah.
There's the clover patch.
A clover patch and a butterfly. Okay, have we seen everything?
No.
All right.
Not even close.
Not even close. Oh my gosh. This thing's huge. Look. The surrounding boulders and trees are reflected on the small mirror-like lake. Can we look at the flowers? There are some beautiful, fragile little flowers here by the rocks. You get a flower. You cannot get the flower. Well, you can't get it if you're standing 10 miles away from the flower.
Well, I tell you, you're not close enough. So.
Isn't it the flowers up? Oh, okay.
Okay. And
So now that's the cave.
Yes, that's back to the cave again.
All right, so now we got to go south and past the goat.
Okay. And so it's like, okay, here's the other goat's bed.
Sorry about that. A small cold. All right. Okay, we've seen this.
Little waterfall.
Yes.
There's the stump.
Okay. Okay, we've seen the stump. So you want to just continue to head south? Well, at least we didn't die there. Are we going to die here? Oh, you can actually swim. Now, why can't we swim in the raging water?
It's too turbulent.
Okay. Got you. Ooh, is this new? Look, the wildflowers grow profusely in the beautiful green meadow. Okay, can we catch the butterfly? It'd be a shame to pick the lovely wildflowers. Okay, catch the butterfly.
I've already tried this before.
Oh, it doesn't get us any closer to the goal, and it hurts the butterfly. Okay, gotcha.
So there's a lot of screens in this game that it's just to get from point A to point B.
And really not pertinent to the puzzles or the game itself. Gotcha. Okay.
This is the one that just had birds up in the trees.
Right, the birds in the trees, and back to the cave. The cave is everywhere.
Okay, well, we've gotten back down there again.
Oh, creepy forest. The screech and cackle, a witch swoops in. Duck. He knew what to do. I didn't know what to do. I've been killed. I've been like, don't hurt me. Stand. With a screech and a cackle, the witch is back. She's a homing witch. All right.
It took me probably about 30 years to figure out why there's a duck command in this game. And that is pretty much the only reason for it. So you can jump and you can duck. And I think that ducking is only for that purpose. I have not found really any other useful purpose for it.
But we haven't jumped. Not yet.
Not yet. Well, I mean, I jumped.
All right,
in the
look.
game.
Okay.
Jump.
Yeah, we jumped earlier. But we haven't jumped for the game jump.
Jump.
It isn't just because you want to do jumping jacks in the game.
Yeah.
All right, we do a new save. Wishing well. Okay, all right, first of all, let's look. You've encountered an old stone well in the middle of these woods. Now
in the 2015 version of King's Quest, do you remember a
yes,
wishing well?
yes.
Yeah.
This is the same wishing well?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, go ahead and press. All right, and so let's look at the well. The well looks as if it's been here for a long time. All right, let's look at the bucket. An old wooden bucket is visible at the top of the wall. Well. Thank you. Get in bucket. Turn bucket. Turn it first. No, don't get in it. Here, I'm doing the motion. Turn the bucket. The old bucket disappears into the darkness. Now climb down the rope. It is the same puzzle. Okay, get in the well. Shovel on down here. This looks exactly the same. So those who played King's Quest 2015, here's your callback. All right, let's get off the bucket, jump into the water. And so, oh gosh, I thought I killed us. Swim. You're already swimming. Maybe we should just move him. Okay, so no, we can't go anywhere inside the well. So what is it? He swims. Thank you, Bob. He's already swimming. Got it. Okay, but so let's dive. Can we dive down into?
Let's try that. Oh.
Look at that. See, guys, I'm not so hopeless. You can see the bottom of the well below you. Okay, is that the treasure chest that has the gold in it? Look, it looks like the chest has been buried here for a long time. Get the chest. This isn't the chest you are looking for.
Right, Harry.
All right. Okay, so swim and swim up. I think at least it does it all by itself. Get out. Nope, he's saving. This could be bad. How you doing today, Bob? And Miss Cherry Pie, how are all of you? And all of you who are watching and seeing us play King's Quest 1, how are you all doing today? All right, let's go east. Well, it's west. Let's do your, ooh, a dragon. A fierce, ferocious. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. And I'm so glad that you're doing well today. I'm trying not to get us lost. And hello to everyone. Yes, I'm so glad that I'm not getting us lost. I'm also glad that Edenwise, who has lots of knowledge about this game and this series in general, is here to help me. So, the ferocious fire-breathing dragon is protecting the magic mirror. Ooh, we found the magic mirror. Okay. And he's sleeping, right?
Yep.
So can we sneaky peeky right up to him and grab the mirror?
Right.
All right, you might want to save. No, don't you go away. You gotta be here for this. All right. Okay. All right. Save the game. In the wishing well. All right. Let's try to.
In this version, there's actually I can think of at least three different ways to get the mirror right now.
3 ways that we own currently to get the mirror?
We do not have all 3 ways to be able to get the mirror right now, but there are up to 3 different ways in the SCI version to get it.
Okay, so since we saved, you're
Well,
great.
we woke him up.
We're dragon feed. Please find another word for sneak. You're doing great, Mel, and hubby do an amazing job with all that info. I'm telling you, I couldn't do it without him. But I couldn't do it without you guys, so thank you for watching. Okay, hug the dragon. Be careful, dragons are very dangerous. Oh, he doesn't want to kiss the dragon. Maybe it's like a frog, and you can, oh, be careful, they're dangerous. Can I just take the damn mirror? It's not quite within reach. Yes, we have to get really close. Whoa! And so that happened. I said we'd be dragon feed. I didn't know that we would be charcoal. What's our cute little thing? By venturing too close to the dragon's flame, you made an ash out of yourself. And I do that quite often, so that's not a problem. Okay. Let's see. What else can we do with the throw the dagger at the dragon. We have a dagger.
So right now we have 42 points. So let's see what happens.
Throw the dagger at the dragon. Whee!
We did get 3 points.
An unerring aim, the dagger pierces through the air, streaks through the air and pierces the soft, unprotected skin under the dragon's throat. The dragon convulses for a moment, then crashes lifeless to the hard cavern floor. So now we can take the mirror. And we can take back our dagger.
Nope.
No, we're not getting our dagger back.
Said.
The mere thought repulses you. Talk to the dragon. The dragon is dead. He can no longer... Shouldn't we have talked to the dragon before we killed it?
No, it said whenever they try to talk, things tend to catch fire.
Gotcha. All right. Get the mirror. You take the magic mirror. Congratulations. You did it. Yes.
So we got 3 points for killing the dragon. So we're going to restore, actually. Because I want to keep the dragon...
Alternate ending. Scooby-Doo ending.
So there's... multiple ways to get it. So this is one. And the thing that was kind of interesting was, like I said, there's multiple ways to do things in this game. And learning that it is possible to kill the dragon was kind of interesting. And it was many years until I learned you could do that. And there's other things, nefarious things you can also do with the dagger as well. That's why I'm going to try to keep it.
Got it.
That is one of the approaches. In the SCI version, and I don't think you can do this with some of the other ones, is that there's a way you can turn yourself invisible, which we don't have that means right now, and you can actually sneak in that way to get the mirror. So that was kind of interesting. In the AGI version, I don't think that's possible.
Okay. So we turn the crank, but what? So we just bring in the bucket back up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Got it.
as I mentioned, there's multiple ways to do things, and then there tends to be the right way to do things. So there's some approaches you can do to get past certain puzzles, but you might get less points, or you might even lose points. It'll get you past them, but it's maybe not the correct solution.
So killing the dragon with the dagger was not the correct solution. It was the violent solution.
It was the violent solution. So in this game, they try to encourage you to find more peaceful ways about certain solutions.
So it's a family-friendly game. You expect it's going to be peaceful.
So we're going to see. So we got like 3 points for killing the dragon, but we now have a bucket
We have a bucket. When did we get a bucket?
right now.
We're holding a bucket.
Pay attention.
Sorry. I was busy thinking about the dragon. I was listening to you, and now we suddenly have a bucket.
You use the dagger to cut it.
We used the dagger and cut the bucket.
So at least in like the AGI version, I think you're required to have the dagger to be able to get past the dragon.
So do you now, because you have the bucket and you have the dagger, you can now kill the dragon?
Yes. Well, no, we're going to do the alternative solution.
Okay. Do we hit him with the bucket?
No, not the bucket.
Do you notice the violence coming out?
What is the? How did the dragon kill us?
Fire. Throw water at it. Fill the bucket with water. That is really cool. Yeah. He's filled with a lot of knowledge, Bob. Okay. So we're going to douse water on him like now?
What bucket?
The old wooden bucket is now filled with clear water.
I wonder if we could fill that up somewhere else in the game.
And what, carry it around in our pants pocket? Throw the water at the dragon. Woo! Good shot. The water hits the dragon square in the face, dousing the dragon's fire. Okay, what was the score?
I think we got 7 points for that, or maybe we got a little less because we picked up the water, but you got a little more, I think. So this is definitely one of the scenes that was advertised as the greatly improved graphics in this game.
Unable to defend itself with anything more than the harmless clouds of steam, the dragon rolls aside the granite boulder, ooh, and slinks off into the shame, leaving the mirror behind. Get that mirror.
Why?
Because it's a magic mirror. It's part of the quest. Can we look in the mirror? Can we do the mirror stuff? As you gaze into the magic mirror, you see a reflection of yourself as king of this land of Daventry. Ooh, that's exciting. The dragon was just defending itself against dagger-wielding adventurers. You know it, Bob. You know it.
He broke into my place, you know.
We totally ruined his parade.
He threatened me with a dagger.
And now we are in the cave with the boulder moved out. Got it. Now, is the cave going to get us, severely lost or death or anything like this? This is just going out, isn't it?
Yes.
So there really isn't anything more to this?
No, it's
Can't go west? Okay. All
we're
right.
out.
All right, so it's just a fast path.
Yeah. So
Good one, Bob.
When you finally realized what that boulder was, oh, I've seen the other side of that boulder before.
I have.
So that's what that is.
So that's just a fast path to the well.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I'll be back.
All right. We're going to take a small hiatus here. All right. Well, I guess I'll take the controls. We certainly will be lost. Okay. Let's see. Have we seen all of West? Go west. That's why I have him doing the navigating, because I would just fall into the lake, which is happening right now. Did we save? Does anybody remember if we saved? All right, so the score is now 61, where I think we had 53. Does that sound right? We still don't have what we need for this dude. I know that for a fact. What if we... Oh. Stop that. I said, can you walk normal, please? Okay, down. I think he's got this on like super fast. No, okay. Maybe we should go east. No, we've seen all this. Let's go east. How lost can we get before Eden Waith gets back, huh? Oh, the well. Okay, so let's go east. Have we gone north from here? Does anyone know? So he can't blame me when we get lost. We like, well, yeah, we got lost. Okay, peek in here. No, this looks familiar. Doesn't this look familiar to you guys? All right, let's just waste some time. We can say, look. There's an enormous oak tree growing here. Its branches reaching up to the sky. Can we climb the tree? Should we save? What do you guys think? Should we save? I don't know about this. All right, let's try to climb the tree. Climb tree. Yes. We found a nice tree that reaches to the sky. You can't climb the tree from here. On both. It's the saving and the climbing. Okay, someone said, Bob said to save and climb. So let's, oops. Oh, I could have done F5. See, he uses this stuff more than me. All right, new save then. We're going to call it climbing tree. You know what? Let's call it the tree to the sky. To sky. All right, let's closer in. Creep in and climb. See, this is why he does the typing, because I'm terrible at typing. Tree. You can't climb the tree. Oh, I can't climb the tree? No, that's because I'm in the wrong spot. Lost and always in the wrong spot. That should be my theme. Not sure if it'll work, but it sounds very Sierra. Okay. All right, we're going to give it a try.
Stop holding it down.
Oh, he said stop holding it down. He's taking the controls now.
Nice skipping. I'm going to skip.
Is that what it is, a skipping? But he does kind of walk like he's got a poker shoved up his rump. Okay, climb tree. Finding plenty of foothold, we climbed the tree. I don't know what the rest said. Don't rush the screen. Oh, look at this. Look at us. All right, look. Far out in the huge branch, there is a nest. Okay, so can we get closer to the nest without breaking our neck? So you want to go this slow? What happens if you fall? Do you die? Does this sound like deja vu? This is like something you did the other day? And I said, what happens if you fall? Scooby-Doo moment. Woo! Look at that. There's a perfect shimmering golden egg lying in the nest. By all means, let's get that egg. You're not close enough. Okay, so let's break our neck and get close enough to that egg. You're not close enough. I expect a big old hand's going to reach out and go, whoa, you can have the egg. All right, pull the egg. You carefully lift the golden egg out of the nest. Do goats like the golden egg? We fell. And are we going to get the doodaloo, doodaloo, doodaloo? Splat went Sir Graham, and the egg falls on top. Goes, whoop.
No, pushing the egg's okay.
The egg and all the items, including his nuts. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You broke your nut. You opened up the wall.
I had to go there, people. it was the opportunity was there. All right. So anyway, Bob is laughing. Okay, look. You see a brick border surrounding a well-kept garden. All right. Ooh, the well-tended carrot patch. The carrots look tempting to a hungry traveler. Can we take a carrot? All right, so now we're going to do several things with this carrot, right? We pluck a carrot. Shove the carrot in our bungs. No, please try to find another word. That's terrible. That's terrible. That was not my idea.
Eat carrot.
There's nothing as good as a fresh, crisp carrot. Yeah, he was just eating carrots next to me. That's all the cracking you hear in the stream. Eat carrots again? We don't have carrots. We have to get a carrot.
Okay.
You pick a
we
plump
lost 2
carrot.
points because we ate it. So
So now we got it back because we picked it up?
yeah, we got another carrot.
Awesome.
They love carrots in Daventry apparently because I mean this is all the food they grow are carrots.
So far, we found carrots and nuts. So
Yeah. So we got walnuts, we got carrots. And there's lots of birds, squirrels, and stuff like that.
if we were avid hunters, there
gingerbread
would be
house.
that as well. And there's also a gingerbread house. We are not going to starve in this land. Okay. Okay, look. Is this just another, like,
I think this is where your fairy godmother shows up.
gotcha. Okay, so this screen is already passed.
Yeah, so we've been here. So there's some of these screens. Like generally when I start this game, generally the first couple things, you head west, and so you have the rock scene. You push the rock, you get the dagger. Then you go up north, and there's the big oak tree, and you climb in there, and you get the golden egg. So as we said, there's lots of treasure hiding around, and you can go through the game without really doing anything with a lot of the treasure, but there's alternative purposes with it as well. And it's kind of similar in King's Quest 2, that you can find lots of treasure, but you can get through the game and it's like, well, I didn't do anything with it if you do kind of like all the correct solutions. And especially in King's Quest 2, you find all these sapphire and diamond pieces of jewelry, and I thought it was something you would give like to Valanice for wedding presents or something at the end. It's like, nah. I mean, you can use them in King's Quest 2 for bribing a little bit or using to buy stuff. Like if you want to buy the magic lamp in King's Quest 2, you can give them the little like several treasures or something like that. And that's kind of the alternative purpose of finding these treasures laying around.
But what about, so like the diamonds, all of that stuff, that you really don't do anything with the...
No, you can use them for alternative purposes
Okay.
in this game.
So now, this is the dreaded goat scene. We decided we're going to go both ways with this goat scene. You're going to save it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And see if we can do horrible, evil, mean, malicious things.
We're going to do horrible, evil, malicious things to the goat.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. We got Gombi here. Zombie goat. Zombie goat.
Oh, you didn't spell it right. Zombie. Is it zombie or zombie?
Zombie.
Zombie. Okay. Goat.
Gombi.
Gombi.
Gombi the zombie
goat. Gombi the zombie goat. We're going to open up the gate. And we're going to walk away and let the guy go out.
Now let's, we did restore, so let's see if that happens.
Goodbye. Have a nice life. What could go wrong?
Oh no!
The goat has escaped through the gate that you left open because you're a dumb. He could have wandered anywhere. So, is he going to get eaten by the troll or something like that?
What troll?
The troll in the troll gate. Okay.
Oh, that troll, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's Billy Goat Gruff.
Yes.
Okay. The idea bulb just went off. You could have, if you had been looking, guys, you would have seen it. Okay.
At first I was seeing the ogre. I don't think we've seen the ogre, which is like
Okay.
on 1-2 screen or something. So
So we're going to kill the goat with a dagger.
no.
That was his idea, Cherry Pie. That was not mine. Anyway. Kill the goat with the dagger, but the goat's over here. So you're going to viciously plunge the dagger deep into the poor goat's back. He struggles in pain and bleating
Aww.
frantically and finally slumps to the ground. Now, don't you feel like a total shit?
Yeah, and we lost 5 points.
We lost 5 points. That was his idea. I did not say kill the goat with a dagger, but I did endorse it.
Show
what?
carrot
To the goat now? Now he's laying on the ground dying.
It doesn't work in this game. So if
go ahead.
If you play the AGI or even the Sega Master version of this game, you can kill the goat and then you can show the carrot to the goat, and then the goat miraculously up here is revived again. So it's the carrot of resurrection, as some people were putting it. I think that was maybe during the oh no, it's during some comments, YouTube comments I was reading about in pushing up Rose's review of the Sega Master version, and some people were making comments like, "It's Jesus Goat, he's back from the dead."
Is it the zombie goat?
Yes. So
okay.
It's kind of interesting that so you could in the original one kill the goat and then revive him. So that was kind of a bug that they forgot to catch that edge case.
But they did not do it in this one.
Yeah. So they.
Darn. We could have seen the resurrection. It was a Sunday, but it didn't work. So show the carrot to the goat. You need to get a little closer. I'm surprised the goat isn't kicking us. Very clever. You tempt the goat with the carrot, and he begins to follow around, and we made a friend. Yes! We can all use a friend in life, can't we?
So let me see where we are. Okay,
he has a map.
Yes, I drew this a long time ago. So I'm going to show you, and I heard this was something that was probably one of the various Josh Mandel influenced phrases in the game. So
you just have to move the boomstick a little closer to you if you're going to explain what you're doing. So he's taking us on a path of some area that he knows. I'm lost. I don't know where we're going. We're going to take the goat through the water. If we go through like the raging rapids with the goat, does the goat die?
I don't know what the goat would do. Oh, there's the goat. Come on, Gobby.
We better not take him to the carrot patch. He'd probably sit there and eat carrots all day. Okay, so we're headed on a mission to take the goat someplace evil, probably, because no, not evil.
Not evil, just.
He's gonna eat the candy on the gingerbread house.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Okay. See all the ideas that come churning up in my head, and they're like you can see the idea bulb going ding, ding, ding.
Actually, I'm gonna. I want to see if
we're taking the goat back to the castle.
Yeah, maybe. Isn't that what one of the treasures is? A goat.
Oh.
A mirror, a chest, and a goat.
Okay.
Isn't that what?
I don't think those dudes are gonna let us in if we try to bring that goat in there. Open the door. Open the gate. You recall a rule prohibiting goats, especially seeing eye goats. Except seeing eye goats from entering the castle. That's awesome.
So I posted that a while ago, and I think somebody said that seemed like a Josh Mandel type of silly thing. Good job.
Good job, Josh Mandel. It definitely seems like something he would have done or interjected into the game. So notice, Graham is reflecting, but the goat is not.
Well, there's only so much animation they could do. Goat's shorter. Okay.
I only noticed that because I'm observant, and I notice these kind of things.
Except like you missed like the clover patch until it's like, hey, it's blinking, and you're like.
I did not miss the clover patch. I just let you take care of the clover patch.
No, you would have missed it, even though in this one it even like blinks, and it's like, hey.
Can you believe him?
It's glinting.
Can you believe him? That's why I married this guy. Okay, so what if we took the goat and walked into the lake?
The goat probably will not follow us.
But we will die, most
No, this
assuredly.
lake will probably be fine. We just probably walk through this one.
Ah, but the
Where
goat
are
will
they?
not walk in the lake with us?
No.
Smart goat. I don't know. Where are we? There we are. We're up in the north. There's the goat. You can see the legs of the goat right there. So, what's the most annoying thing you find about the King's Quest game? This one in particular.
I think with some of the earlier Sierra games, they were still trying to kind of figure out, good gameplay mechanics. And there were some of the games that you could and essentially become, a dead man walking or a zombie, and you get to a point that you were at a dead end, but you didn't know it yet, so you became a dead man walking. You're still exploring, but because you forgot something or you messed something up,
Or use something. Like
yeah,
a carrot, right?
well, I mean that you can go get another carrot, so that's fine. But if you did something wrong and you can't go back, and there are a couple dead end areas in this game as well. In the VGA remake, they helped try to cut out some of these dead ends.
Probably because their fans complained about it.
Yeah, I mean some of the things that can be difficult. So
Did you ever call the Sierra hotline?
no,
Okay, so
that would have cost money back in the day. So
and Mom would have not appreciated
probably
the
not.
telephone call.
My
Yes.
parents were pretty frugal.
Back in the day when there was no internet, well, there was just not something we all
our
accessed.
computer did not have a modem.
Yes. So
So there's supposed to be a wolf in the screen, and I mean, if you look, you get an uneasy feeling.
you are in a clearing in the forest. You have an uneasy feeling that something or someone or something is watching you. It probably wants your goat.
And so it says that there's a
Did
wolf.
Did you guys notice that the goat was standing behind you, but when you moved, the goat was like blended in with the rock. Just a thing I noticed. Okay. Useless information 101. Okay. So, do we have what it takes if we do find a wolf?
Well, that's just kind of more avoid this. And so here's a scene where there can also be either a sorcerer or an ogre.
Ooh, we have not seen. Oh, he wants to talk about this. He already talked to me about this one.
Yeah, so I was pointing out, I showed a picture in the original version of this game that you see that mushroom, but it's like this multicolored mushroom. But then if you look at it in your inventory, then it's a gray mushroom. And there's also kind of a fun little bug on the screen in the AGI version that if you get your feet just like one pixel below the bottom of the screen, you can actually walk across the river.
So now, will that work here in this version?
Probably not. I mean, I could try it, but
The goat is like, don't try it, buddy.
okay.
All right, here we go.
Save it. Zombie goat.
Oh, no one to save it to the zombie goat. Okay. Is that because the zombie might die? The goat might die?
Well, he's not dead, so I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, it didn't work. So
Okay, but there was a VGA version that it.
no, in the original AGI version.
Gotcha.
There you go. We got anything here?
Lovely pine trees.
So,
Lovely pine trees. Okay, we'll move the boom so you can see better.
yeah, I think this is just here's a scene.
Okay, so this is a scene that looks just like much of the scenes we've seen, but there is something. Oh, okay.
And this is the corner, so we have the raging river, or the river pools, depending on which.
So we look at the river. The water rushes swiftly, but it doesn't tell you the name of the river. So people are just making that up.
No, there's two different cases and names. So
Okay, so I'm guessing when we cross this bridge, we have the troll. Yes. And as you start to cross the bridge, a huge hulking troll stomps into view and blocks your way. Oh no, oh no. It is well known that goats hate trolls intensely. You move aside and let the goat take care of this wretched, nasty troll. Go get him, Gobby! Yeah! Boom! And into the water he went. The goat lowers his head and runs straight for the troll, butting him right off the bridge and into the river below. And that's the last you'll ever see of that troll. So I thought you were given an alternate.
So what you could have done here is you can bribe the troll. So he says in this version, you're not going to get across my bridge for free, and then you say in capital letters for free.
Okay,
so you have all these various treasures and stuff. So we have a pouch of diamonds, we have a golden egg that you could have bribed the troll to get across.
But it's much more fun to have the goat knock him into the river.
So that's the most ideal solution.
Okay. So now we're just, oh, I see. So that we're not going to show that then.
We'd have to go back into some other save game.
Well, I thought that's why you said zombie goat, because zombie goat was just before that.
Well, we had to go with us. So
it was going to go. Okay, so that's the thing, guys. We had the goat with us, so regardless, it was going to go ahead and go after the trolls because goats don't like trolls. You see wizened old gnome sitting in front of his house, whittling. Talk to gnome. The gnome can't hear you from there. See all the gold on the ground or straw? I'm not sure what he's got going on there. Look, there's a pile of straw here. Do we need the straw? This is the pile of gold. So we got gold and straw and spinning wheel. Get the straw. You won't need the straw on this quest. Can we get the gold?
All right, just try to do that.
Oh, welcome, Sir Graham. I have been expecting you. Why? How has he been expecting me? Did we send out a memo? I have something that will be of great use to you. But first, Sir Graham, you must answer this riddle. I'll give you 3 guesses. What is my name? Now, unfortunately, I do know this puzzle, but what are the worst things that you could do with this puzzle?
Now, you're talking about probably one of the worst things. This is probably the most infamous, just ridiculous, dumb puzzle. So in the AGI version, the guy's name is IFNKOVHGROGHPRM. So, which is Rumpelstiltskin using the inverted alphabet. So A is Z, B is Y, and so on and so forth. And this is one of those other small areas where they tweaked it a little bit. So they got rid of that, but now it's just like Rumpelstiltskin's name backwards. But you can spell Rumpelstiltskin kind of like 2 different ways, depending if you're going to invert the L and the E in the middle of the name. So it kind of depends.
Well, we get 3 chances of
Yes.
guessing at the
So,
name.
in something I figured out yesterday,
Oops. Hold on.
when I in the AGI version, I was able to figure out all the understood words in the game, and one of the names is Michael Knight, but it's spelled Mikel, Knight. So it's kind of a spin-off of the word of the name Michael Knight from Knight Rider, a show from the 80s. And yesterday I tried, well, if you guess Michael Knight as that was spelled, it does actually come back with a response like, what? You think I'm not, what? I'm not a car. So it was kind of a fun little Easter egg that was put into it. And so I'm going to try typing Michael in this game and see what happens.
So it wasn't quite an Easter egg for that.
Let's see.
You still haven't guessed my name. You'll have to read. You've got the boom.
I think. Michael. So I'd have to look up whatever Rumpelstiltskin is backwards. So even though this was a notorious puzzle, it's actually kind of somewhat fair in that you can go 2 different directions with this. So if you guess his name, you get like 1 reward. If you can't guess his name, he gives you something else. So that's something that's kind of nice about in what they did here is that they easily could have messed you up just on one dumb puzzle, and this is very critical. So it gives you two different options. So do you want to try to guess his name, or do you want to?
I cannot possibly spell Rumpelstiltskin backwards, so I think whatever you want to do. This you got the. Okay, we have only one guess left. What happens if we do spell it wrong?
If it's something that's not a name, then he says that's not even close, or that's not right, or something like that.
Okay. Ooh, very close,
You
but
think
not
that
quite
should have
right.
been what it is, but you know the way you're supposed to guess is the hint you get from the note you get in the witch's house.
He said, "Do something. Think backwards."
Yeah.
I
So in
remember
this
that.
one, it's actually just take Rumpelstiltskin and. But I'm still going to help you, Sir Graham. Take this golden key. It will aid you in your quest. Golden key.
The golden key. Okay.
Yeah, I'll step over here. Yeah, good luck on your quest.
So he was being nice. He gave us what we need. But what if we had spelled it backwards? Is there anything else he gives us, like a pile of gold?
No. But let's save. Oops. So let's go back here. Okay, go over and talk to him. I'm gonna figure out what this
You're going to figure out how to spell Rumpelstiltskin
is.
backwards.
Actually, I do have it written down. So
Nice,
maybe
nice. All right, take it. Go ahead, take it.
Hopefully, it's the proper version. There might be multiple versions. So, let me see. Nikstlit.
We didn't even talk to the guy. We're just giving the name.
LPMUR.
But we didn't even talk to the guy.
That's right.
Okay.
Outstanding. I didn't think you were that clever.
We didn't even ask him.
Yeah, I did. When you came over there, blah, 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 blah. Guess my name. Here's some beans.
So it's a reward for sharp intellect. Here are some beans. They are no ordinary beans, but it's up to you to find out why. Someone as smart as you should have no problem. Giggle, giggle, ha, ha, ha. And here you are. Good luck on your quest. So now we get beans. We didn't get a key, and now we're on to a different path.
Yes.
So if you didn't know that, there are two different ways that you can deal with the gnome. I didn't know that.
Yep. So this is one of those kind of alternative ways about doing things.
Cool beans.
Yeah. So I think you can even eat the beans. One thing that can cause a dead end in the AGI version is that to be able to get to the shield, there's a certain scene you're looking for, and you can plant the beans in that scene, and it screws it up, and so that is an area where you could end up with a dead end.
Unfortunate. Cool beans,
So,
I agree.
Do you want the beans, or do you want to use the magic?
All right, so Bob, do we want the beans or do we want the magic key,
It's
the
the same.
golden key? Let us know. We'll wait for a few minutes. I really don't know. Okay, can we go into his house?
No. So in the
You weren't invited into the gnome's house. You can. Can you take the gold? Can you get the straw?
no, I already told you that.
The gnome spun the gold out of straw. You can't take it, but don't worry. If you needed it, the gnome would give it to you. Sure he would.
But you didn't eat it, so.
Okay, well, head the direction like we're going to keep the beans. Which one is, they both came to the same meanings?
Yeah, you both get to the same place. It's just different routes.
Okay, so if we go the key, we open up that one big
Door
gate.
in the mountain.
Right, the door in the mountain.
Yes.
If we do the beans, though, then we've got, like, what's the Jack and Beanstalk type thing going on
Yes.
there? Okay. What do you like to do?
Climbing the beanstalk sucks.
All right, we're gonna do the beans. I want to see him climb the beanstalk.
She's gonna climb the beanstalk.
I'm not climbing the beanstalk. He is the driver. I am the commentator. Well, I'm not. I don't know what I am. I'm just the comic relief. Let us climb a beanstalk today. He's studying his map, and Bob's laughing. So, but are you laughing because you've climbed the beanstalk and you know how fun it is?
In the Sega Master version, it's just
It's-
straight up, so it's kind of nice. It just goes whoop, up, and it's like no problem. But in the other version, it's a little bit of a challenge.
So this is an evil laugh then. Lovely flowers. Do you plant the beans in the wildflowers?
There was actually one area he was talking about the rich soil and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Ooh, look at this pretty place. A large moss-covered trees surround a shallow, swampy lake. Talk to the trees? Oh, there's a snake in there? Did it even say anything? Did it show a snake?
It's not even in the original game, so it's just that was kind of different graphics. Okay, let's see if we can plant beans.
You plant the magical beans in the fertile soil, and something incredible begins to happen. I thought there was a different place for the soil.
There's multiple places. Like I said, in the AGI version, there's a place you can plant them, which can lead to some major problems.
Gotcha.
The whole screen changing.
Well, it's not. Oh, I was going to say, it's not very tall. What are you being such a baby about? Okay, it is tall. Look at the beanstalk. This mighty beanstalk stretches up so high, it vanishes into the clouds above. Do you need to talk, or are you just going to be concentrating? He's going to be concentrating. I'm going to cheer him on. Graham and the beanstalk. Here we go. Climb the beanstalk.
Yeah, it'll be automatic for the first screen.
Oh, see, I was wondering what he's worried about. It's like, what are you being such a baby for? Okay, now I see what he's worrying about.
And it's also slightly different in the AGI version. You have to worry about, like, I think where the feet are, but when you're climbing in this one, I think it's more of where the hands are or something. So
Okay, I guess we'll find out. Now, what happens if we fall? We die?
we die because
Is
we're
there
too
a funny
far,
death?
Too high up. I'm sure we'll see it at least once. So
He says we're going to see it at least once. I love it. And there it happened.
Do you see what that bird did?
The bird. Not Graham is hardly impressed. He just goes with it. And he died. Looks like you had a bad fall this spring. Dun, dun, dun. The bird knocked us off, Bob. It wasn't even his fault. It was his fault. We'll give him that one.
So as we see in this one, it's where the hands are located.
Ah, I see
But-
that.
In the AGI version, it's where the feet are located.
Bob's laughing at you.
Well, Bob, here you take the controls.
No.
Okay, we got past the first.
See, he
screen.
wanted to do the golden key. He was trying to get one over on our stream, guys. I wasn't going to let him.
Okay, notice that we now have 91 of 158.
So you get points for climbing the tree? I mean, climbing the beanstalk?
Yeah, this gets you more points because it's like you figured out the clever puzzle.
Gotcha.
Only died once.
Hey, he only died once. We had the excitement all built up. I was expecting more deaths. It didn't happen. Good
Only
job.
once. Yeah, I think
What
the
if you
AGI
climb to
version
the top of the tree?
I think that's going to be automatic. Yeah, see.
Oh, so it automatically gets you off the beanstalk, and you are now up in the clouds.
Okay, now I'm going to go back to that.
Can you look at the clouds? What a beautiful sight! The clouds stretch out in every direction beyond you. Near the beanstalk, they even seem thick enough to stand on. Give me borrow your pillow. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Show us what's up here in the Cloud Kingdom.
Land of the Giants.
Ah, there's giants.
Land of the Giants.
What's that reference from?
It's an actual Rudy Pell song.
Ah, gotcha.
So when I play this game, I tend to save it and call it that.
Funny. Okay, let's look. You are in the land of the clouds. It is rumored that a giant lives up here. Dun, dun, dun.
In the VGA version of this, they really make the trees very beautiful and colorful and stuff like this. These look a little more drab, but
Yeah, these are kind of like, they seem like dead trees, actually. It's the land of the cloud and the dead trees. There was a hole in the tree. Ooh, look at that. That looks like a face. You are in the land of the clouds, it is rumored. Doesn't it look like a face on the tree? The gigantic, oddly shaped tree looms far overhead.
yeah, nothing with that.
So there's nothing to do with the tree, but I did happen to notice it looks like a face to
Yeah,
me.
so it does.
All right, let's look. Trees. There's a hole at the bottom of one of the trees. That's what you're looking for. Look in the hole in the bottom of the tree.
There's a hole in the tree, dear Liza, dear Liza.
That's a bucket.
Yeah. Do we have a bucket?
We have a bucket. We have an empty water bucket. I
See,
can't
we
believe we
can
still
fill
have
up.
that too.
I wonder if we can fill up with water elsewhere. So.
Yeah, that's another thing. We haven't been using our inventory at all because he knows.
See a slingshot in the hole.
You see us get the slingshot. By all means, let's get the slingshot. So this is going to be a David and Goliath type thing going on here.
That's an idea there.
All right. We do have a pebble.
Yes, we do. Now, the giant, this is, there's several ways about.
What if you went to Rumpelstiltskin first before you went into the well?
Yeah, you can do that. One thing that's kind of fun about this game is that there's multiple paths, especially the AGI version of this game. You can get any of the 3 treasures in any order that you want. In this version, you have to get the shield last because there's a certain scene that's triggered only once you've gotten the first 2 treasures. So you can actually do them in different orders, which is kind of nice.
So my thought was if you went to Rumpelstiltskin and you spelled his name correctly and he gave you the magic beans, you could technically put the magic beans up there, but you wouldn't have the pebbles.
You can pick up the pebbles.
Here?
No, like we're just elsewhere in the game.
Gotcha. Well, I think we went down into the rocks to get the pebbles. Am I wrong?
No, it was on the side of a bank.
Oh.
We found it early in the game.
That's right. That's right. Okay, here's the giant. First, I thought he was walking around with no pants on. This ginormous giant has been carrying that heavy chest for longer than he can remember. He is tied to the money in that chest. Or is it his chest? The giant's no mood to talk. You better get out of here, Sir Graham. So if he walks past, does he see you? No. He's tunnel vision. He's like, nope, he's definitely not wanting to. Okay, what if when he's turned, you hustle it past?
Well, he's carrying the chest.
Oh,
I mean,
so
I
you
could walk by if I feel like it.
Can we throw a nut at him? I don't know.
Throw walnut at giant.
It isn't the wise thing to do.
Kill giant.
With what? A slingshot and a dagger. There, the dagger. There you go. With what? Kill giant with a slingshot. Bong.
Bonk.
Okay, so giant is dead.
Yeah.
The giant is lying dead on the ground, and besides him is a sturdy chest. So one little slingshot right to the head, and he's down for the count.
Now notice we only have 4 pebbles.
Is it me, or does this kind of feel like Graham's second home invasion?
Goes in, kills things.
Yeah, you're right, Bob. It's you. No, it's not you. Yes, we are all about going into people's homes and stealing their stuff. Yay, we got an easy to take the magic test from the dead
Hope you
giant.
feel good about yourself there, Graham.
Look, chest. The magic chest, one of 3 lost treasures of Daventry, is always filled with gold coin. That's why he had it strapped to his chest. He was miserly.
Around.
That's what you get. That's what gets you a royal title. Entitlement. You got that right. Hall of the Mountain King. Okay. So now we're going in a cave?
Yeah.
And that's not the way out. Or is it?
It's a way out. Yes.
It is a way out. Oh, yeah, we went down here already.
I briefly showed it to you.
Can you fall off?
Probably. Why does it say ban?
Hmm. Is that showing up on the screen? It's not showing up on the video. I don't know. So we're walking awful slow.
So I don't want to fall and die.
I thought you wanted to fall.
No, you wanted to fall. You want to kill poor Graham?
Well, he is an entitled boob. He just invaded somebody's house twice. We were all breaking in.
I mean, to be honest, these treasures weren't any of theirs initially. So just want to point that out.
Does that make it easier?
What?
If it wasn't their treasures, that you would just go ahead and kill them in their house? We killed the dragon in his house. We just killed the giant in their house. Well, the cave is a house, isn't it? For the dragon, at least.
Cave and the land up here in the land of the giants. And you don't just accidentally get up here. You know.
We didn't even try to talk to the guy. For all I know.
Never did. He wasn't in the mood. You weren't paying attention.
Oh, I was busy looking at the chat. So he didn't want to die. I wanted to see the death, but he didn't want to die, so that happened. You can kind of see his little hat as he's walking.
So at least in the AGI version of this, sometimes there will be a dwarf that appears on the stairs. So this is definitely far more complex than the AGI version. And why that was essentially a humongous dick move was if the dwarf catches you, he'll try to steal something. And so if you have something like one of the 3 treasures, you're screwed. That's like one of those dead ends, and you can't recover from it because he stole one of the big treasures. Now, he appears in King's Quest 2, but at least you can find his house and be able to go and retrieve your stolen stuff. So I've talked about trying to kind of make a modified version of the AGI version of the game, and I think that'd be neat of, if you could, be able to go back to go and be able to get your stuff back if you're ever robbed by the dwarf.
Does that happen in random places, or is that any time in this game from this point on?
What?
That the dwarf would have appeared and...
There's certain screens where he can appear. We haven't seen it happen at all.
No.
But, I mean, there's certain things like we haven't seen the sorcerer, we haven't seen the ogre, we haven't seen the wolf. And some of these, they're only on certain screens. There's like a certain screen that sorcerer will come by, but he only freezes you, which then might leave you defenseless for a little bit while a dwarf might come by. Or maybe the witch will come by or something along those lines. So
Yes, another screen, another chance for mortal danger, and he is walking really slow and careful. I want to see it die, but he didn't want to see it die. I want to see it fall off into a perilous pit, but
Probably just be like the similar animation, like whoa.
okay, he's gonna kill us. We walk straight ahead. And that happens. We just fall. Whoa! But everybody wants to see the death. Death! Whoops! Alright, so he put a lot of effort into that death scene. Hence why he probably didn't want to show it. What if you like fall in one of the spikes? Is
It'd
that
probably just be another whoops or something.
oh, okay, so it'll just be another whoops. They didn't put a they coned you to oh no! Jimmy President, oh no! So you wouldn't impale yourself on the rocks?
I think it would just be the similar animation.
Gotcha.
So.
I don't know what that is. Does the AGD fan remake give you the option to retrieve your stolen goods, Edenway?
No.
So there is nothing out there that lets you get your stolen goods back
No.
at this particular juncture.
No.
Okay.
I think it'd be fun to hack the original version and be able to add like the extra scenes or something. So it could be something similar to like in King's Quest 2, where you could go back and get your stuff that was stolen by the dwarf. And there we go.
But we don't have the golden key. Is the gate going to open?
It better.
All right, back to normal speed. Let's go look at the gate. Oh, it's magically opens. It's magically. So now if you want to get back, you don't have the key.
Yeah. Well, we climb
All
back
right.
up the. Yeah, we just have to climb back up.
So if we hadn't done the beanstalk, we would have used the golden key, and that door would have opened, and we would have been in the Hall of the Giants. The Hall of the Mountain Giant.
Okay, let's see.
I'm just saying.
Okay, we are.
He's looking at his map, by the way. When did you make your map?
I have no idea.
Can I show it for a second?
Well, this has King's Quest 7 map on the back, so that might be made back in the 90s.
I don't know if you can see it or not because of the glare, but you can see he's drawn out an intricate map. Oops, let me go this way. He's drawn out an intricate map of the land as we know it, so he can follow. I can't see that far, so I'm just kind of like, go west, go east. I don't know exactly where we're going, but okay, now we're so we have two pieces.
Yes.
We have the mirror and we have the chest. We need to go after the shield.
Okay, let's see if we can find the dwarf.
So we're going to save and we're going to try to find
I
the
already
stinker who steals our goods.
So this might be in the scene that.
Can we pet the squirrel? Can't even see the squirrel right now. Try something else. So the squirrel
I
is
should've
not
said,
an
like-
option. See, I was like wanting to do something with the
You're too
squirrel.
busy with that.
I like the squirrel. Ooh, look at that. What is that rock there? It's all got little vines and stuff on it. Craggy rocks scattered around the forest. You hate to think what's underneath them. Ooh. Looks like a vine of some sort. Can you type look vine? Be careful there. There's a sorcerer lurking nearby. Okay, so you just got to run away? Can we talk to him? Can we look at him?
That's why he's.
That's strange. You don't get an answer. Can you look at the man? You'll see nothing special. Why do you keep saying the man? Why wouldn't you say sorcerer? You see nothing special.
That's interesting.
That you can actually go up to him and he won't like zap you into a frog or something.
That's why I think he got in a bad situation.
Oh, it's pooched.
That's funny.
He can't even kill us. That was an epic fail. Okay, what if you go back down? Is he there again?
Gloomy forest.
Down is the other direction. Oh, small dwarf nearby. Be careful. This sly little chap is trouble. Look, dwarf. This tricky little dwarf is quite interested in you. To be exact, he would like to see what items of value you may be carrying.
So we have 106 points. See what happens. Let's
Talk to dwarf. Talking to this dwarf is a waste of breath. He's only interested in what you got in your pocket. The sneaky little dwarf caught you by surprise. Did he steal anything from you?
we lost 8 points.
We lose 8 points, plus we lost. What do we...
I don't think we have a magic mirror anymore.
I don't see the magic mirror. You don't have anything that fits that description. Why, that sneaky little stink. All right, flying high again.
So there was the sorcerer there, and
but the sorcerer didn't do anything to us.
I think it got into a buggy state or something. Because whenever I tried to interact, it didn't do anything. Just stop that.
I don't know what that is.
So we have some of these kind of sort of creepy areas.
Okay, so what can the sorcerer... the dwarf had a hipster look of the 89. Yeah, didn't it?
Okay, let's see if we can see if...
Suddenly you hear the heavy footfalls of an ogre. He stomps in something, and he doesn't even look like an ogre. He looks like a sea monster. Look. Oh, wait, so no time to look at him. Kill him with the dagger. The ogre is one tough character. Trying to bring harm to him would be a very bad mistake. He's got very thick skin and a very short temper, so even trying to talk to him is not an option.
One thing that's kind of interesting, when you get the Shield of Achilles, that's one of the 3 treasures we're looking for, it will protect you against some of these creatures like the wolf and the ogre and the sorcerer and stuff like that. So that's kind of something sort of neat to be able to have. And I read when I tried taking the goat around, and none of these creatures showed up, so I don't know if it just causes some of these creatures not to show up or whatever. So
Or they don't like goats.
yeah, or the goat might scare them off. I don't know, but if you have the shield, it protects you from a lot of things. So it's in some ways it's like almost kind of like an overpowered thing, which in like this version you can only get the shield as the last of the 3 treasures to get. But it's one of these types of things that was kind of interesting. Use slingshot. You're too busy.
Oh boy. Do you just run away then?
Oh, weird. I think it screwed up again.
Oh, well, okay. Well, we can do all kinds of things to this.
Well, it's supposed to kill us, but it, for some reason, once again, nothing happened.
Nothing happened. No, it's a dwarf. No, get away. Go away, dwarf. Run down screen. Hurry up. No, he stole something from us.
He didn't.
You sure?
Yes, it would have said something. Plus, we still have 106 points. So.
That's a good point. I panicked. He was cool on the side. I panicked. I admit it. All right. Well, that's where we were. So if we go, we're going west. So we can walk through this with no problem, and we don't die, and we're not wet when we come out. Details, guys, details. Did you think that the witch, duck. What if she gets you if you don't duck? Do you die?
Yeah.
Is it a special death?
Well, let's
Flying high again. So we stand straight up and it's out of the scene.
Okay, well, we can go back.
All right, so always this scene triggers the witch.
The witch will often appear, so I think...
She's got you. She grabs you by the neck with an iron grip and carries you off into the cottage deep into the forest. Oh, no! Oh, no!
It's quite a grip she has.
Wow! Bye, Graham. It's been nice knowing you. Oh, boy, I love these. There's several cloud scenes here. Yay! All right. Somebody help me! And now we're in jail. And dead, I think. Ooch. Ouch! Is this another way to get to the witch's thing? But if you're locked in there, you can't do anything, right? As the wicked witch flew over her cottage, she dropped you straight through the roof and into her cage. Who knows what sinister plan she has in store for you? Who knows? It's exciting. I've been heard this. Oh, she's made us a very big gingerbread. A graham cracker? The witch has turned you into a gingerbread man, or is that a graham cracker? Or ha ha ha. And so let's go ahead and restore. Now you've seen what happens if the witch gets you. So duck! And stand. And if she comes back, you duck again. But it is a clever death. Oh, there's a bird. Is the bird going to get us? My God, everything wants us. Jump. Oh, you missed it. Are you supposed to jump and grab the bird?
Yes.
So now you got to go out of the scene and come back in and hope the bird comes out again? Is that a yes?
See if it comes back or not.
Well, maybe you should go down and come back. Oh, don't go in there. Okay, go in there. Okay. It's not there. So maybe you have to have the witch scene, you know.
No.
That's not the trigger? I don't know. Okay, go back up. Where's the bird? Will someone please tell me where the bird went? What if is it always here that the bird gets you? Could you come back, please? We'd like to catch you. Maybe it's where you are when you jump, or how fast you jump. Do you turn the speed up? Up.
Yes!
Yay, got it! High five. Now we got
That's not easy.
That is not easy. I don't think I would have been able to do it. All right, so he wanted me to do it. We'd be waiting an hour. I think I could jump. Look at he's holding on tight for all it's worth, and the eagle has taken us off. And everybody likes to just drop us down like a big old splat, you know.
So in the VGA remake, they do a good job in making sure you don't get into dead ends. And so you have to make sure you get this mushroom.
And you have to be standing on top of it, obviously. I'm going to call it shroom. Shrooms. It works.
So if you don't pick that up before you go in this hole, you're in a dead end. There's unfortunately no way out. Whereas at least with the Dragon's Cave, the thing that's kind of nice, and that this is another one of these things that I probably didn't know for a long time, is that even if you kill the dragon or sneak in, you can actually still climb back out. Here, you're pretty much, you have a problem. So, actually, let's...
Did we die just from falling into the hole?
No.
Okay, good. I was like, that would have been a shit move.
Actually, I want to see something real
Okay,
quick.
so what do you
So I just want to kind of go down over here and see
Okay.
some of the other areas. So you're going to see other screens you've seen. But it's like, okay, here's those other islands. So you sometimes get these kind of
Gotcha.
hints that here's these other areas in the game that you're trying to access.
Gotcha. Okay, so fall again, down into the hole. What could go wrong in this hole? Should we do that torch? The torch is too hot to touch. Too hot. Yes, we're playing this live. This is not a recorded version. Oh, look at this rat. He's got this nasty, hungry look about him. The hearts and the claws and getting us. Hello there, my friend. Are you looking for anything in particular? What are you laughing at? You want to pass through my little door here? Right. Well, maybe we can work something out. What's it worth to you? What is it worth? Do we have anything for this, rat?
Maybe. So it's in the VGA remake, they did have a voice pack they later added, and the rat they give is kind of sort of like somewhere between Peter Lorre and the character from Scarface, the Al Pacino one. You know, like, hello, my little friend, and kind of comes off like that, like, oh, you want to pass here to my door, right? Well, so this is one of these cases that so we can let's just save it, you know. Lep Kingdom. So
What does Lep Kingdom mean?
leprechauns.
Ah.
But in the when I exported the words from the AGI version of this game, it's interesting. So when you try to say look at leprechaun, look at leprechauns, or you can say look at leps. I don't think it's the leper colony, but you know. You nervously count your fingers and find to your relief that your hand is unharmed.
Well, how come you counting your? How come
You'll see. So
don't skip it.
What do we have? What do you think?
I don't know. You got a dagger.
Yeah, okay, we can. Kill
I like
a
to
rat
use the
with
dagger.
Dagger. Keep in mind the rat's remarkable
like
agility and even more remarkable fangs. You decide not to risk an attack.
I sense a quest, and I have come to fetch my armor. That's awesome. Avarice, Clary, how you doing? This is a small, unusual mushroom. You are holding a walnut. Holding a lovely, okay, magic mirror's not gonna work. Cheese. Give the guy some cheese. He's a rat.
Give walnut to rat.
I said cheese. Did I say cheese, people? Try something else.
Give cheese to rat.
Rats like cheese. Come a little closer. I can't reach. Do the Peter Lorre voice.
Give egg to rat.
Some sort of treasure? Now you're talking, mister. Let me see. Bob says, oh dear. The rat took our egg and he's gone. Why is he gone?
He's disappeared. That's all I wanted. So let's go back to.
Okay, hold on. We're going to try this again.
Now we're going to do the correct situation. Now notice we have 110. After we gave it, we ended up with 104. So we actually lost points.
Oh no.
So it was one of these things, like I said, that it's kind of weird. So I think that's it. Your kind of indication that that's something you can do and it gets you past, but it's not the best solution. So we give cheese to rat.
Cheese? Well, now that you mention it, I guess I am kind of hungry. The rat drools at the sight of the cheese and snatches it from your hands. You might want to count your fingers. So we have to count our fingers again?
So that's why you can count your fingers. Count fingers.
Amazingly enough, you still have all your fingers. And the score is 112. Oh no, what are you going to do? Look, men, you see nothing special. Look at the leps. They are tiny people dressed like something. Unfortunately, you speak the language. Go slower. With a genuine four-leaf clover in your possession, the leprechauns fear and respect you. Rather than risk offending you, they decide to leave you alone. So we showed them the clover, right?
We have it. So there's multiple solutions, and I think in some versions of this game you can use the invisibility ring to try to get past to a certain degree.
Avar Sklari wants to give the rat cheese. Yep, we did it. You'll see. The Lepsicons, sensing the power of your four-leaf clover, begin to vanish. Goodbye.
The best solution is if you get the fiddle, you can play
Fiddle?
it. Yes, you have not seen the log cutter.
Well, why did we go get the fiddle?
Because you told me where you're going to go, and you didn't see any place.
I had no idea. I've never played this. I haven't played this game in a long time. All right, we took the magic shield from the leprechauns. Is there something important about the shield?
Just the music.
Oh, he just wants to hear the music.
Now we have all 3 treasures.
All right, all 3 treasures. We got the shield, we've got
The mirror.
the mirror, and we've got the golden chest.
Yeah,
The
so-
chest that fills with gold.
So a couple of things that we didn't do here is we haven't met the woodcutter, and so that's where you use some of the inventory items. We did not meet the elf, where we get the ring that can turn you invisible, and that's one of these things which can be useful. So like with the giant, the ideal situation with the giant is you just try to avoid the giant. So you have to kind of sort of just try to walk around and avoid the giant, which can be a little tricky until the giant gets tired and then falls asleep.
Why didn't you do that?
You're the one that's saying what to do.
Well, I don't know where to go. You just said
No, I'm just saying this after the fact. Using the sling is one of the options. It's,
Gotcha.
kind of like the violent method, but it's one of the options. You can also use the invisibility ring in certain areas, such as you can use it to turn invisible and the giant won't see you up in the land of the clouds. And so that will allow you to just wait it out until the giant falls asleep. At least in this version, you can go in and sneak to get the magic mirror from the dragon. And I have to go back and try it. I think in maybe the AGI version, you might be able to. I think you can use the ring to be able to go in and steal the shield. But in this version, I think even if you try to use it, the leprechauns can still detect you, and their magic forces you to stop.
So it's almost better. The better solution is always to do the clover, right?
Yeah, you want to have the clover or have the fiddle with you, one or the other.
So we didn't get the fiddle because we didn't find the woodcutter. Gotcha. And the small hole leads to the outside world. Oh, magic mushroom. You shrunk us. So if you didn't have the magic,
Whoa!
and you ate it. Can you eat it again? There's your dead end for you. But we are at least back here. All right. So are there any other options for getting past the rat?
Yeah, I mean, you can either bribe them with. Actually, let's do this. So
We can bribe him with a walnut.
let's try eating it. Yeah.
We're supposed to open the walnut.
It's
Pure gold. We both said that with avarice looks on our face. When you open the walnut, you discover the nut inside is pure gold. The rat grins and happily says, "I'll take that, thank you." Give the walnut to the rat. "Some sort of treasure you're talking, mister. Let me see some of that treasure." And you hand that rat. And the rat takes the treasure and he disappears. Score is 107.
Yeah, so once again, it was one of these cases like the troll you can bribe, this rat you can bribe. So that's some of the reasons for finding this treasure.
But you cannot bribe the leprechauns.
No, I mean, it's like I said, you have at least a couple of approaches here.
The leprechauns, sensing, are going to disappear. Goodbye. 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 Bloop. And now it's just he wants to go get something. So I can never walk. Up. Can we go get the shield? We could probably look. Again, this is the throne of the Leprechaun King. There's a shield near the throne. Get shield. So these things were ours, right, originally. So how did they get them?
That's where you read the back history.
You take the magic shield. Congratulations! I did something right. The back history tells you how you lost the shield.
Yes. So we have, hold up.
It was
That's
inside
the manual for the
case.
AGI version, and it gives you a back history of what happened, where the how the magic treasures all got lost and stuff.
Oh.
So there is a lot more to kind of the backstory to things.
But there is a lot of reading. We would have been here for an hour just reading the book. So let's see if I can read really quickly. The sorcerer takes the mirror and gives it to the dragon. Oh,
There you go.
the queen is dead.
Congratulations.
You have
now
all three Daventry lost treasures. Now don't waste any time. Bring the treasures straight back to King Edward before it's too late.
So I think this is a screen we didn't find.
There seems to be a small hole. There's the same hole we went into before?
No, well, this is one we just walked out of.
Oh, somebody suggested what you do to draw the map.
Yeah. So here's a screen you missed.
Why didn't you show me this before we got
You're
started?
the one doing the directions. So in the original King, hey, I want to keep that in good condition. So in the hint book for the original King's Quest years ago, I remember there's like sometimes they do like kind of jokes and stuff like that, like, you know, help! I started using the pump and it's filling up the entire screen with water. And, you know, it's like jokes and stuff like that, and it's like you really can't do that.
Okay, so there's the guy, and there was his fiddle.
Speaks to his voice broken.
We would welcome you to our home, Sir Knight, but we have no food for so long. My beautiful wife cannot even rise from her bed. I fear she may die soon. Can we give her the beef stew?
Yes.
Ooh. Will that help her? They have no food, so we can give the stew. If we give the stew, they give us the fiddle?
Yep.
The woodcutter is overwhelmed. Thank you, Sir Knight. We shall never forget your kindness and your generosity. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Look at, she's feeling better already. Sitting up. Please take my fiddle. It's my only possession, but please take it. Thanks. Take fiddle.
In the AGI version, I think to get the most points, you like give them an empty bowl, and it's like, well, this is kind of weird. And then you say fill, and then they see it can keep filling over and over again. However, if this is my case, and we were given a magic bowl that filled with stew, my wife would still starve after about a week because she's I'm sick of stew.
Yeah,
I'm not going to eat
very
anymore.
picky about the stew.
Well, this is all we have.
But I will
all the
take
time.
a chest of gold that continues. The gold cutter says, thank you. She's covering with your kindness. Yay. Yay us. We did something nice. And we went into somebody's house and we didn't invade it. Can we look in the cabinets?
They're probably empty.
They did say the cupboards were bare. No, you can't even click. Okay, you can look in the cabinet. There's a rickety old cupboard in the wall, and if you open the cupboard, there was something of value in there. The woodcutter and his wife would not be starving to death. Can you take a bucket filled with water and douse their fire? No. That got a laugh on him. I'm sure he hasn't tried that yet. To be announced. Okay, we're going to try it.
See if we can get water.
Okay, he wanted to try to see if we can get water. Close enough to the water. Kneel down, fill the bucket with cool water. Okay, good. Now look in the bucket. There's a wooden bucket filled with water. Okay, now let's go back to their house and try to put out their fire in their fireplace.
Probably won't work.
That's
Wouldn't that
really cruel. That's our. That is the equivalent of a home invasion.
I'm evil, Sir Graham. and the stew is poisoned.
Bless you. Thank you for coming, sir. Now let me put out the fire. Oh, you can play the fiddle. You play a lively toe-tapping tune on the fiddle. Bob says, oh, no. The woodcutter's wife ignore your fiddling. Perhaps they preferred their own type of music. She's feeling a lot better now. Can we put out? Well, there will be no romance by the fire. Please try. You're supposed to throw the water on the fire. You might have something very clever in mind, but it's not going to work. So leave the water in the bucket for now.
Okay. I'm going to guess that was just kind of the default message if you try to do anything with it.
Well,
Normally you don't try to do anything with it outside of...
can you take the axe? Well, it could. Graham could do a lot of evil in this game, apparently. The Groke scene was stone cold. I know, right?
This is one of these things that I'd love to see, like in a modified version of this game, being able to actually take the axe and use it, you know. Maybe you can get some like God of War action going on or something like that.
God of War, King's Quest Edition.
Okay, see, this is where the pebbles were.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so you were going to find the pebbles regardless, unless you're like me
Well,
and you
unless
just
you
walk
miss it.
past them.
No, you saw them. It's like, oh, pebbles. Can we pick those up?
Well, that's because I'm an adventurer, and that's what I think like.
Yeah, but then like this rock, nope, gonna ignore it.
I did not ignore the rock. I tried to move the rock. I looked at the rock. I did not know I could stand in front of the rock, and I certainly didn't know I could push it behind it. But next time I know.
Uh-oh, are there no guards?
The guards are gone. Look for the guards. There are no guards in sight. And I think you spelled the word guards right and still got it right. Open the door. That's odd. Okay. We are going in there. Is the king kidnapped too? More curious still, the courtyard is deserted. This area is usually filled with lords and ladies. Or the court. This is highly unusual. We begin to feel deeply disturbed if all is not right with the castle. You think? You can faintly hear the commotion in the king's chamber to the west.
Oh, if King Graham had only...
There's nothing to be done.
Well, I think Edward looks just a little...
Our king's melancholy is too much for his heart to bear. Perhaps if only Sir Graham had just returned with the treasure. Then stop taking his time kicking goats. All right. Gasp! It's Sir Graham! We did it! We've been saved! Did he find the treasures? No,
Yes.
We just came back with... What if he come back without the treasures?
Where do all
Listen!
you people live? Well, it has to
Your
say
Highness.
it's like broken lock.
I'm at your service. Did you succeed in your quest?
Darn Skippy.
I did, Your Majesty. I did it. I'm the All-Star. Sir Graham, the magic mirror. Yes, and I saw that I am in charge. Sir Graham, the magic shield. Sir Graham, the magic chest. I can not too sick to walk. Now, oh my God, he died. Hey, what you doing? How you doing? I'm afraid it is a little too late. Thank you. It is a little too late for them. He's dying. I know you will serve well. Serve who? We missed it.
Kingdom.
The kingdom. The kingdom. There's a few but lurked because I'm a lurker.
Yeah,
Thank you. I
Dr.
appreciate the
Gibson.
lurking. There's a lot of people lurking, which is awesome, and I thank you so much. Long live the king. The doctor now has all the strength in the world. Long live the king. And the poor king has died. Thus ended Graham's quest for the lost treasures of Daventry. Despite the loss of their beloved King Edward, the people of Daventry grew happy and prosperous and flourished for years to come. We didn't get all the points.
Oh, because some things were not done in the optimal way. We didn't find everything.
He let me fail. Do you see that, people? You see how things are?
No, you said you were doing it your way. You wanted to say where to go.
All right.
You along with certain areas,
But he let me sink.
like you never found the elf. He didn't show up.
What does the elf do?
He gives you a invisibility ring.
Oh, the invisibility ring.
And then like the same with the woodcutter.
So if you
Find that
choose...
until afterwards, and so like, if you play the fiddle, that will give you more points because then not only do you get the shield of Achilles, you also get the leprechaun scepter, which doesn't do anything. It just gives you more points.
But you could have told me.
Yeah, but we didn't have the fiddle, so
You could have gone and got the fiddle. There's certain parts where you did take control. All right.
we never even went there until like after we had all the treasures.
Whenever King Graham looked in his magic mirror, he saw visions of adventures yet to come for him, for his children, and for Daventry, the land he loved so much. The end. Yay! Jeff Crow, Jerry Lloyd, animators.
Cindy Walker, Jeff Crow, Jennifer Shawns, Gary Kimio.
How many of these people were in the next games?
Some of the names I recognize. Jeff Stevenson, Robert. Yeah, a bunch of those are like development system. Corey Cole, Mark Wood, Ken Allen, Sound.
So tell the chat what we missed.
Well, we did not find the elf where you get the invisibility ring, which is useful to be able to try to get some of the stuff in this game. But ideally, you actually get more points if you don't use the invisibility ring. But it can assist you in certain cases. So we missed that. We did not have the fiddle when we were trying to get the. We didn't have the fiddle when we tried to go and get the last of the treasures, so trying to get the shield. And we killed the giant, so you lose a little bit that way. I think we also showed giving the walnut, the golden walnut, to the rat. So that was a couple points we actually lost that way. So we would have probably been over 130 if we had gone the route with the cheese that we initially did. So that's a couple of the areas where we were short a couple of points.
So when you played the very first time, was your score like this now? Because
I
you
don't
didn't
remember.
know all the secrets?
That was 30-some years ago.
No, but I'm just saying, do you get better each time you play it?
Well, if you know what you're looking for and you do things the right way, and that's the thing that's interesting about this and King's Quest 2 is that there can be multiple solutions to games, or multiple solutions to some of the puzzles, but there is generally a best way about how to solve some of these puzzles. So generally they encourage a non-violent way of not trying to bribe.
Does it auto-save here?
No, that was disgusting.
So if you don't bribe and you don't kill and you use your invisible ring and stuff like that to get past if you do a more elegant version of the puzzles, then you might get a higher score. Correct. Okay, well, this is it. That's King's Quest 1, and we played it, and we went through it, and it was so much fun, and I can't thank you all. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Avaris, Clary. Thank you, Ingenuity, for popping in. Thank you, Cherry Pie. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this content, okay, so here's the thing. Next Sunday, we usually do Sierra Sundays, but next Sunday, it is our anniversary weekend. So we are going to be gone, and I'm not going to stream Saturday night or Sunday, but I will return at the following Sunday, and I will play another Sierra game. And this time, I think we're going to play, no problem, Ingenuity, I think we're going to play Freddie Fargus and the Frontier Pharmacist. I'm also going to return back to Monster Hunter this Tuesday. I play a lot of different RPGs. I don't just play Sierra games and things like that. I play Monster Hunter. I play Doom. I play Diablo 3. Just pretty much whatever hits my fancy. So Tuesday I'll return. It's 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and I will play Monster Hunter on the PS4. And then I will also play Hero U on Wednesday. That's my Wednesday night adventure, and it's a new game. If you like this one, you probably like to watch Hero University. It came out just last week, and I think Josh Mandel has had a hand in some of the content, so it's fun. And then another one I'm playing the Chronicles of Quiverdick, which is a very naughty RPG. We played it yesterday. If anybody wants to see the VOD, it is absolutely hilarious. And but overall, I just thank you all so much, so very much for A, choosing my channel, B, enjoying the stream, and having a great afternoon. And you all have a terrific day evening, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And by that, have a good one. All right? Thanks, guys. Oh, you know what? I should try to do a raid. Let me see. First of all, I will do some shout outs. I do have some quick shout outs because I didn't do my shout outs when I left. And so we're going to shout out Cherry Pie. But is she there? Yes, Cherry Pie. Cherry Pie is a terrific streamer. She and I got affiliate at the same time. She's playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Origin. She also plays Vamp. And she's fun to watch, and she's a delight. So make sure you check out Cherry Pie. Now, here's a new one that he is a fun one, and this is Ingenuity. He is playing all kinds of different games, but he was playing Mario World, and I'm not quite sure. Did I spell it right? Yes, he is playing. Oh, that's me. Hold on. What happened here? Let's try this again. There you are. All right. So, yeah, if you want to see a retro game, nice. He's got Pokemon working. So, he's going to be playing Pokemon if you like Pokemon. And definitely check him out. He's a fun streamer. He plays music. He's very energetic. And you will definitely have a good time if you hang out with him. If you liked me, you'll like him. Okay. And then we have Game Stream Retro. He is not on anymore. He did come on for a little bit, but he had to fly. So I would check out GSR. Definitely plays a lot of fun retro games. There are so many. He's played the King's Quest series. He's played all through. He's playing Oblivion, and he also does. His schedule is on his page, so check him out if you haven't followed. There's a couple of new. They're almost to affiliates, and I'd like to give them a quick shout out because they could really use the help, and they could definitely use the follows. They're almost to affiliates. So we have Misfiring. He plays Kingdom of Hearts. He's one of my very first followers, and he is now just about to get to his affiliate status. There's also Fancy Lad. Now I'm going to see if I can spell this one right. Shout out to Fancy Familiar. I played Diablo 3 with him last night, and we had a blast. But I also rated him, and he had a blast. He's almost to affiliate as well, so if you have a chance, check these people out. Take a look at their streams. See, he's got Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls. Okay, so let's take a look. I have not looked. Well, did he talk? I'm going to give you a shout out anyway because you were on here, and I happen to think you're wonderful. So the Hoj, but I have to spell it correctly. Did I do it right? Yes, Hoj. Oh nope, that's spelled wrong. Let's see. The Hoj 5. Let's do that again. The Hoja 5. He plays a lot of retro games. He's really great if you want to check out. He plays a lot of Nintendo and stuff like that. He's definitely a cool streamer. You'll enjoy yourself, I've no doubt. So, I think I've hit everybody. No, Lewis, and you're just catching me. I'm just about to end my stream. How you doing? Oh, darn it. Well, I'm getting ready to raid somebody, so I'm going to take a look and see. I'm not on a couch. No, I'm in real life. Right now I'm in real life on a small monitor. But, yeah, because I play PC games as well as PS4. Plus, I'm so excited, I got a capture card. So I'm going to be able to play Switch, and I'm going to be able to play Wii U and SNES classic games as well. So I'm very, very excited for that. Okay, now we're stay focused. We're going to do this. We're going to figure out. Ooh, we got someone playing Uther. Oh, I love Uther. And he's so much fun. And I like her too. And she is an awesome lady. Okay, I think it's so hard to choose. There's so many great streamers. Okay. I think we're going to stream Uther. Uther is fun. Uther is, we're going to raid Uther. And if you stay on with me, we'll go and fly to the next direct. I know decisions. Lewis, if you'd only been quicker. You know, you would have liked the game I played last night, Lewis. It was really, really fun. So, definitely. All right, we're going to raid Uther right now. Okay, guys? We bring the raid. We bring the party to him. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. We're just going to let this thing run down. The little talk's going to click on down. Don't leave. Stay out. Taps to leave. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Lewis. Thanks for checking. I really appreciate it. We're almost there. Okay, guys. Have a good one. I leave you in Uther's hands. Bye-bye.